A Good Karma Brands radio station. Time.
A lot of virgins working in one room together. A lot can be accomplished.
Hahn.
I just got excited.
And Rosenberg.
Alan just expressed theoretical arousal about the Dolly Parton puppet.
This isn't North Dakota. This is New York.
This is Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
The best threesome I've ever heard.
On ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
301 of the big city. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg with you till 7. Full frontal today. We've got a list at 4:30. Don't forget, at 4 o'clock, we're going to be talking to Booger McFarland as we get ready for Week 16 in the NFL and ENN at 6. How are you, man?
The drought's over.
Finally.
New York has a champion.
I don't want to mock it because I
don't want to mock it either, but you know what I'm being told today?
No, I'm really aggravated.
Not allowed to have fun.
No,
not allowed to be happy.
Thank you.
Not allowed to enjoy it. The Knicks should have just walked off the court with their heads down, shook hands with the Spurs, although some people would have said, you're not supposed to like the opponent. And they should have just left they should have left Adam Silver and the dopey trophy, and they should have just walked away. They should have just went in the locker room and then just go to Indiana because that game matters more than the game last night. That's what they should have done. And after that, right, all the reporters should have just said the Knicks won the game, but it doesn't count. That's all they should have said. Nothing more. Don't have fun. Don't enjoy it. Nothing. Fans shouldn't care. Like I don't understand this thinking.
Well, and I also
it's not the be all end all. It's not
we know
the
what it
moment
is. It is what
that
it
we've been
is.
waiting for. It's not any of that. You know what it was? It was fun.
It was fun.
That's
What's the
it.
matter with having fun?
The team won a game. They played well. If you say that you were not entertained by the game, it was a very compelling ending and fun to watch, and then we move on. But what happens, here's the thing. Outside of New York, everybody's saying this stuff. In New York, everybody's like, yeah, no, it's fine. Like, I don't know anyone in New York that's going crazy.
No.
7th Avenue wasn't flooded with fans.
I'm not asking you to go crazy.
Outside of New York, it's like, we're a bunch of morons celebrating. We want to hang about. Stop it. That's not what's happening here. But this is all performative. This is what we need to do. And anytime New York does something where they want to feel good, God forbid, anybody that's a fan of a New York team is allowed to feel good. The only time the rest of the country cares is when they can mock you. Like when the Yankees lost in the World Series and Aaron Judge got mocked and that whole Yankee team got mocked. That's all that happens. Butt fumbles. That's what the rest of the country wants. They don't want to see New York teams win because for some reason, when we're happy here, they're miserable. So, no, you're not allowed to enjoy that game last night, Knicks fans. Sorry, not allowed. Nobody's letting you.
And nobody is comparing it to the championship.
Oh, my God,
okay?
no.
And all the analogies that I hear, I'm guilty of it too. Because I brought up to you about, when Duke would play North Carolina for the ACC championship, and they're both ranked 1 and 2 in the nation, they kind of went through the motions in the championship game because they knew that they had an NCAA tournament to win.
Mm-hmm.
But they had a tournament that was going to start in a few days. Okay? When the Eastern and Western Conference champions in the NHL get handed their trophy by Bill Daley, the deputy commissioner, the Wales Conference trophy, they don't want to touch it. They're some touch it, some don't. The Clarence Campbell Bowl in the Western Conference, because in 2 days they're going to play in the Stanley Cup final to win the cup.
Yeah.
The Knicks are not playing in the final or even in the playoffs in 2 days. You know where they are? Tomorrow, they're going to be in Indiana to take on the Pacers to continue the regular season.
You're talking about meaningless.
The rest of December, January, February, March, and then April, 5 months from now, they're going to start the playoffs. So we have a little fun thing in the middle of a season to award a cup. Big deal, all right? Nobody is saying it's a big deal, but also don't say it's not nothing. It's still something, so why not celebrate the something? Just say, hey, that's cool.
No,
but
not allowed.
It's got to represent everything that's wrong with the world.
Not allowed.
And the problem I have with the people that have defended it, and the reason I'm going to bring up Michael is because I was listening to his opening monologue.
As always.
He was in on the game last night. He's in on the NBA Cup. But his defense of it is all the reasons why people hate it. Michael's defense of it was, well, if that was a December 16th game in San Antonio between the Knicks and the Spurs, then nobody would care. It's a regular season game. The players wouldn't try, and it would just be an average nothing game. We got excitement because these guys are killing themselves to win $500,000. Don't bring up the $500,000. Yeah, that's what the Joe Plumber out there wants to care about, making $60,000 a year. I'm supposed to get excited about guys killing themselves to win $500,000?
No.
Don't bring the money into it.
No.
Don't bring, that game was exciting because they were playing for money. And it was accentuated by the fact that it sounds like the Knicks are not going to raise a banner.
No, it doesn't sound like it. They're not raising a banner.
And that bothers me because then it feeds into the whole narrative of this means nothing. You were duped, all right? No, it's supposed to mean something. Now, should the banner be as big as the banners that already hang up there? Like, should the banner be treated the same as a banner if they won the 2026 championship?
No.
Of course not. But by not hanging the banner, then what Michael was saying in his opening monologue, that it was all about the money, we had to extort the players to care about a regular season game in December, that's not selling it. If you're really going to sell that something was won last night, then you hang a banner. You celebrate it.
Well,
But if you're not going to celebrate it, then you're kind of admitting to everybody this is a glorified extortion.
Well, it's not even about that. Because,
no, it is to me.
Well, okay, for you, I get what you're saying, that you want some representation of it, which, from what I understand, Friday they'll do. They'll have some type of I don't know if celebration is the right word. They'll acknowledge on Friday, the first home game, that, that happened and there's a little excitement about it, and then we move on. The whole idea for the team is they just want to move on. Like, okay, this was, like Jalen Brunson said, we checked the box. This was a goal for this season. They checked the box.
Okay.
But we got more to do, so we leave it behind.
All right.
We were happy, and now we're getting back to work. That's what it's about. So Friday they'll acknowledge, but they got bigger fish to fry. They got bigger things they want to do. And that's,
in 5 months.
That's the message that the team, but they want to keep going. Like, you don't get a week off. Like, they got to play right away.
No,
Thursday.
no.
So point is this. They're also getting criticized for that now. Can you believe it? Now it's like you can't win. It's unreal. I said this yesterday. You're damned if you do, damned if you don't. So you might as well be damned for winning. And that's all that was about for me last night.
Right.
The satisfaction. And I will call last night, that game for me to watch, especially the end, was incredibly satisfying.
Okay.
There was a lot of things that you watched and you saw the team battle and want the win and all that stuff, and it's cool. In the moment, it was nice. And if you can't find enjoyment in that game last night, you don't really like basketball or you don't like the Knicks.
Fine. But that could happen at any given moment.
But the banner could go up in the summer. If they win the championship, they might change their mind and go, you know what, let's throw it up because it acknowledges the whole season. But right now, they're not doing it right now.
But both could happen, Alan. I'm not asking there to be a huge ceremony. I'm not saying there should be a parade down the Canyon of Heroes. All I'm saying is something to signify that something happened.
Well, again.
But to make it seem like nothing happened, then what did I get? Why did I watch that game for?
Done. It was.
I watched the game so a bunch of guys could battle each other for $500,000?
No.
That's what it was?
No.
So this is some glorified NBA game show?
Just because they put up a sign? You just want a sign that says, hey, we won this?
No, because
you already know they won. You saw it. There's video. There's lots of stuff that shows you that they won. There's a trophy. Everybody saw it. Jalen Brunson had a trophy, too, for MVP. Everybody saw that, too. They saw the confetti. They have that. They treated it last night like it was something because Amazon Prime put a lot into that last night. That was a long broadcast.
But why not you have a banner for everything else? Why wouldn't you put a banner up for that?
They're not going to do it right now. If they go on to win the NBA title this year.
Well, let's say they don't.
But I'm saying if they do.
Okay.
And now you get the Eastern Conference champions, you get the NBA Finals, you get the NBA champions. Maybe somewhere else you'll throw that up because now you'll want to acknowledge the whole season. What you don't want to do is put it up now as if we're done.
Well, no.
You could do that later.
What moron would think that? And why do all of a sudden?
Have you read social media?
How do you go about your life? Every time I see something on social media, what do you say to me? Oh, what do you worry about the trolls for? All of a sudden, we care about what other people think.
But you just said who?
You're the Knicks. You won.
Oh, no.
You put up a banner.
If
they win the Eastern Conference this year, all right, and they don't play the Thunder,
all right.
For some reason, the Suns make a run. Everybody on Denver, OKC, San Antonio, they all get hurt. And the Phoenix Suns, for some reason, make it out of the West.
Okay.
And the Knicks blow it and lose 4 straight.
Mm-hmm.
They're still going to hang up that Eastern Conference banner. That's the one that would make you sick. Like, we won the Eastern Conference. We should have won the NBA title. We didn't. That one would bother you. But they'll still put that up there. But all of a sudden, some kind of just a fun cup that was won 5 months earlier. No, that disrespects the journey. That disrespects everything we're trying to do. Meanwhile, they'll still stick up there the Atlantic Division Championship. They'll still stick up there the Eastern Conference Championship if they don't win. Those are okay. But one little, just some kind of signification that, hey, something happened here. We won it. We're proud of it. We're going to put a banner up there.
Why now? Again, when the season's over and everything's done, maybe you could.
Are they going to do that?
I don't know. But right now they're not. And I can tell you, it was split. There was some, Mike Brown wanted to do it. No, put it up. He thinks like you think. We accomplished something. Put it up there. And everybody else sort of felt like, but I don't want to signify like that's part of it. When we're done, then you put all the stuff up. But for now, let's just we're not going to put this cup on display. We're going to put it away.
All right,
it goes in.
Okay,
when everything else goes in with it when we're all done.
But you
I
just
think
hang it up
shows you the mindset of this team, led by Jalen Brunson. And by the way, led by Jalen Brunson are the words that matter most because what he wants matters most right now with this franchise.
Right.
He's as locked in as I think I've seen him in his years here. He's dead serious about this year. He wants to win this thing, and they're taking it day by day. And it sounds boring, but that's real. And he talks about it all the time. And that's kind of what the mentality is. Let's not do that now.
All right.
Let's just get on to the next thing and keep it going and keep checking off boxes.
But I was under the impression they're not going to put anything up.
Well, no, right now that's not happening.
Right, but if you came, when's their next home game?
Friday.
All right, so Friday, it just happened to be up there. No ceremony, no alum coming in,
I would
no
not expect
big
that.
song. We are the champions as they raise the banner with the spotlight. No, just stick it up there.
I would expect pregame to be some acknowledgement, maybe Brunson say something to the crowd, whatever it is,
Why you
highlight
do that?
film, and then that's
apparently everything could be considered a distraction to the task at hand.
It's amazing.
Like, why do you care what other people think? You accomplished something.
They don't care about what other people think. This is what they think.
Well, you said, but Mike Brown didn't. Mike Brown said put it up.
No, he wanted to, but after everybody discussed and the consensus was, let's not do this.
It just all I'm saying
Lakers,
is
they had it on the floor. They had it up on the wall. The very next game, the Lakers did.
I'm not saying
By the way,
gotta
also,
go crazy.
The last two teams to win it lost in the first round. So you want to kind of break away from that and do your own thing. And your own thing is, well, they put up banners, they did all this stuff. No, we're not going to do that right now. We're just going to keep it moving.
It's odd because it's in the middle of the season.
I just don't. Me, forget the banner. To me, I don't understand the vitriol. I love Mad Dog, but my God, inauthentic. First of all, everybody that says it's contrived money-making scheme.
Oh, well, let's hear him.
Guess what pro sports is?
Let's
all
hear
of it.
Let's hear Mad Dog.
Do we have
Somewhere Walt Frazier and Willis Reed and Red Holtzman are saying, really? We're going to celebrate this stupid thing? This inauthentic creation to jazz up the regular season, which means absolutely nothing in the big picture. And by the way, last year the winner of the Challenge Cup were the Bucks, who crashed and burned in Indianapolis in the first round. And then the year before, the Lakers, who got mauled by Denver. So the idea that this leads to something is a bunch of nonsense. And we're going to celebrate this with hats and banners, a Challenge Cup. This is like the World Baseball Classic, which I've always killed, by the way. This is stupid.
All right, a couple of things. Number one, the hats and banners, league. That's the league. This is what they do. Again, did you want the Knicks to be like, nah? Like, no, I don't want it. Is that what you like? What are you supposed to do in this moment?
But
say, no, we're all set. Run off the court. We don't want to be part of this. No, you're in it. That you have to do what you have to do. Did Leon Rose grab the mic and start waxing poetic about how great his team is? No, he stayed off to the side. Was James Dolan even there? No. Owners were there in the past.
It's not.
It was no. Give Jalen a trophy. Let the players have some fun, and we got to get the hell out of here.
But why does everything have to be 100% or zero?
Why
can't it just be? It's a mid thing. Nobody's telling you to take the 7th Avenue. Nobody's expecting a parade.
Nobody did.
But and what I would tell Mad Dog is, listen, the players. They negotiated this in the CBA. They could have said, "No, this is stupid. We're not doing it."
No, they like it.
They like it. They're so and there's some that might not like it. There's some teams that may not like it. Then you know what? Don't make it. But if you're going to work hard to get there and you're going to go all the way to Vegas and you're going to play on these silly floors, you might as well win the damn thing. And all I'm saying is that It could be 50%. It could be 25%. It could be 75%. Whatever it is to you, it's still something. But to sit here and try to convince people to like it because of how good the basketball was, because of all the money that they were going to be making. Listen, if you love basketball, I love sports, okay? I'm not the biggest basketball fan, all right? And I go through this with hockey. I love hockey. I could sit there and watch hockey last night, and I know it's only December, and I know most of these teams, we're going to forget about the game 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks from now. But I still enjoy watching the sport because I'm a fan of the sport. Yeah. All right? And you're a fan of basketball, you're a fan of basketball. There was something on the line last night. And because otherwise, if you don't put a banner up and you don't acknowledge, then what exactly happened? Because as you said yesterday, none of the stats from the game count.
No.
Their record, the Spurs and the Knicks, is exactly the same today as it was yesterday before the game. Because the game didn't count to the standings. None of the stats count towards any of the stats. It's as if the game didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're not going to put banners up. We're not going to celebrate. Then what exactly are we doing it for? Then don't do it. But if you're going to do it, then treat it the way it should be treated, as kind of a cool thing in December, 5 months before they're going to be competing for a championship. Yeah. And it is sad that the NBA has to do this to get the players to care. Because if that game was a regular season game last night, maybe Wemby, load management, I'm not going to play. Maybe the Knicks would have not played some people because they're playing on Thursday against Indiana.
You got it wrong. You got it wrong. I love you. You got it wrong.
What's that?
This is not to get this is the other thing that everybody's saying. It's just to make the players want to play. No, it's BS. This is to get you to care. That's what this is. No, it is.
No,
listen, it's what Adam Silver said. This is the time of year everybody's about football. Our season starts, we get a little bump, October, first couple of games. Then we get into December, what happens? We fall off. No one's really watching. We lose a little bit of our audience. We lose a little bit of mojo into the season. And we're trying to get ourselves to the other side of the new year when then it's like it gets hot right before the trade deadline. So what do you got to do? Soccer does this. They took it and they thought, well, maybe we do that in early part of the season, and it gives us a little juice.
Yeah.
Gives a little extra something. People start watching. People care. Will they make the fans care because now their teams are playing for something? That's the genesis of this. This was not, we need the players to want to play.
This is where I disagree.
You can't disagree with a fact.
No, but
that's literally what the commissioner said.
I don't care what the commissioner said. Listen.
That's the reason why they
disregard
did this.
Because the reason the fans don't care about the regular season because the players don't care about it.
No.
Come on. Listen, I'm not saying it's the same level.
Going on.
I'm not saying it's the same level. All right? Hockey is a hot dog stand compared to the NBA. But this isn't a problem in the NHL. Their fans still watch the regular season because the players care. There's no load management. The guys play. They try. There's effort every single night, and the fans appreciate that. Not nearly as many fans as basketball has, but their fans care. They don't have a problem. The NBA's got a problem because the fans I'm going to get all excited about this game and then find out, who's not playing because of load management or who's only going to play 5 minutes or not going to care because they know they're going to make the playoffs anyway. That's why the commissioner had to try to win the fans back to get the players motivated to play. Because last night, if that was a regular season game between the Spurs and the Knicks, there's a chance Wemby doesn't play. He's on a minutes limit. Yep. Maybe he doesn't play. Yep. And all of a sudden, I'm supposed to get excited about Knicks Spurs, and the best player on both teams isn't playing.
I understand.
Now you're not going to worry about that if they're playing for something last night. So I understand it's trying to get the fans back into it. The reason the fans aren't into it is because the players aren't all in the regular season because of load management.
Load management 1 month in.
You haven't seen it? The Knicks had load management opening night with Robinson not playing
because he was coming off an injury.
I'm just saying
it wasn't like he was tired. It was literally they were managing something from the offseason for him. But that's a totally different argument. You have to understand that the league has seen that early in the season, it kind of like plateaus, and they don't want that. So how do we change it? And they had this idea, and the only way it would work, because players would be like, what's the difference? It's a game. No, let's put some incentive into winning it so that maybe there's a little extra juice for you as a player, and now fans will react to it, and that's what they want. Is it manufactured? Yes, but guess what? Pro sports is manufactured.
I understand.
All of it is. So that's all they were trying to do. It works in Europe, and they wanted to try it. That's it.
Well, that's
but
also
I'm
part
not
of it,
talking about any of this because I'm the one that rolls my eyes at this thing. I always do. It's like, it's the NBA Cup, and let's see where it goes. It's because I do think the courts are kind of goofy, and there's a lot of extra stuff to it. What I'm trying to say is, last night, just in a vacuum, it was fun. It was a good game. It was a really competitive, good game, and it was compelling to watch. And especially if you're a Knicks fan, the ending of the game and the way that team played in a game that had this sort of feel of win it and you get to celebrate a little extra, they wanted that, and they played hard. That fourth quarter was insane. 35-19, Don. 23-6 rebounding. They completely looked like a team that if they ever needed to lock it down and win, they could do it. And so that opened my eyes, and I'm like, damn, that was fun. And I'm serious. My reaction I wasn't pumping my fist going crazy. I just went, wow. Like, all right, that showed me something. That was pretty cool. And let's walk away.
And that's all I'm saying.
But why are people acting like New York is having parades and jumping up and down over something? Nobody's doing that. But yet the national reaction is that.
Right. Because
the Knicks say, well, we want to tamp it down. We're not going to hang a banner. Oh, my God, how dare you not hang a banner?
And that's why I'm saying do whatever the hell you want to do, because it doesn't matter what other people think, because everybody outside of New York hates New York because they got New York envy. Believe
me, my
I
point.
travel around the country, so does Alan.
They hate us.
And even if they like us, there's that feeling of when you guys, they say it to me, man, you're so lucky in New York because you got so much going. Because they'll be in, I'm not going to mention a city, but all they got is like one or two teams, and they don't really care about the other teams. And they're envious that our buildings are always sold out and our games still mean something because we've got teams that have a history,
passionate fans,
and we're passionate and all that. Listen, our football teams are down and all that, but we know those teams are good. We don't have to worry. The big four, the Yankees, the Knicks, the Rangers, the Giants, they don't have to worry about, nobody caring about their team anymore. Maybe the Giants, if it continues the way it's going. But my point is that it comes from an envy of there's so much excitement. They love to be able to try to knock us down. They're always going to go after us. There's always that New York bias. So who cares what you think? Don't care. And I'm not telling you to go over the top and take the 7th Avenue and have a parade. Just saying, what's so wrong with just thinking, hey, cool, we won the NBA Cup. And now we move on.
That's it. But that's everybody's doing.
But this obligation to feel like, no, it was nothing. It didn't exist. It didn't happen. Why? Why deprive yourself of a kind of cool thing?
You don't want to have fun. You're happy being miserable. That's it. You're happy being miserable. That's all that was last night. You know what? It was fun.
And now it's over. Now tomorrow in Indiana, now it's over. Right?
It's over.
But I don't think there's anything wrong with just acknowledging that, hey, we won the NBA Cup. Great. And if you want to signify it with a banner, nobody and their mother is going to think that banner has anywhere close to the same value as an NBA title. Nobody. Mm-hmm. But if you went through the process, you saw it. You saw the way the players celebrated. To just ignore that it happened, because really, in every sense, it's ignored. Because the game isn't going to show up in the standings. None of the records, if somebody scored 1,000 points last night, it wouldn't have been in the record books. So why not just acknowledge the fact that they won?
Dick McGuire's not going to roll over in his grave because you put up a sign.
And
it's not going to like Carl Brown. They don't care.
And if
like they act like it's some kind of now it to be this black mark on the history of the franchise just because they won this thing. What are you going to do to the trophy? We might as well throw it out. Throw it out because the ghost of Willis Reed will come back and haunt you.
Then the thing
because
that
you have this stupid trophy in the case. Come on.
Then just acknowledge we don't want to play in it.
Are you going to tell
forfeit? Throw the one game with the stupid court, then you're done. You don't have to worry about it.
You're going to tell me that Clyde Frazier, if he were playing in this, that Clyde Frazier I don't want to win this. Clyde Frazier wanted to win every game. That's all he cared about is winning.
Right.
All he wants to do is win. Is there something at stake? Okay, I'm winning. That's all he wants. I can't wait for Clyde to get back on the air when we start doing it. We haven't done a game in a week, but I can't wait till we do so I can hear Clyde say that. You know what? You play to win things, and we won something. Great.
And that's it. And then you move on.
Don't tell me about the ghosts of the past. Mad Dog starts ripping off all these names from the past as if they're all going to be appalled up in heaven going, oh, my God, we're embarrassed. We won this thing.
No.
Okay.
Is LeBron James embarrassing?
I mean, how does Bill Sharman feel about the Lakers winning the NBA Cup?
But forget about those guys back then, because you know what? The NBA didn't need these
Elgin
things
Baylor, how did
back
he feel?
then because people still cared about the regular season. But LeBron James has won this. Giannis has won this. So we don't know how it's going to age 20 years from now.
You'd rather them lose. That's what you want. You want them to lose. Don't even get to the quarterfinal. Lose so that they don't have to deal with this. It doesn't make sense. If you couldn't enjoy last night, you have a hard time having fun.
We've got Booger McFarland coming up at 4. We got a list at 4:30. Joe Burrow spoke again.
Oh, boy.
And it's aging well for us. I'll just say that. Ian N at 6. A lot of your calls to get to next at 1-800-919-3776. Don Hahn Rosenberg on ESPN New York. I got a Mazda? I was too excited. There's a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings during the More to Move You sales event. Lease a new 2025 Mazda CX-30 2.5S all-wheel drive for $159 for 36 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for lease details. VIN SM839072. MSRP $26,690. Zero security deposit ends 1/2/26.
Round 1 of the college football playoff. Let's go! Friday, Oklahoma hosts Alabama. Boomer! Then on Saturday, it's Miami at Texas A&M. Followed by Tulane at Ole Miss. And finally, James Madison at Oregon. Round 1 coverage, Friday and Saturday on 1050, 880, and the ESPN New York app.
That 365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey. T&Cs apply.
Listen up, New York. It's football season, and you should be out there enjoying every play, every tailgate, every moment. But if you're dealing with neck pain, back pain, joint pain, or sciatica, even getting off the couch can feel like a challenge. That's where Dr. Jay Shaw at Sandwell Pain comes in. He's one of New Jersey's top pain specialists, Ivy League trained, double board certified, and dedicated to getting you back in the game. Here's the difference. No surgery, no scars, no long recovery, no pain medication. Just precise, non-surgical, image-guided procedures that get real results. Dr. Shaw treats everything from neck pain, back pain, migraines, nerve pain, and chronic joint pain. And he builds a custom game plan that's right for you. Same day or next day appointments are available with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood. And yes, most major insurances are accepted. So don't let pain keep you on the sidelines this season. Go to SandwellPain.com to call, text, or book online. Relief is closer than you think, and it starts today.
Now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Hey there, guys. Good afternoon. Already a bad ride out there on the roads, and it's another gridlock alert day. Jammed on the westbound belt in Queens over by Francis Lewis Boulevard. It's a crash blocking a lane. Solid slowdowns go back onto the Southern State and Cross Island. After that, just a packed ride on the westbound side, heading over to the Verrazano in Brooklyn from Flatbush Avenue. Worst ride to the outbound George, definitely the Cross Bronx westbound. Crash by Webster Avenue involving a couple of tractor trailers. Left lane is out. You're at a standstill there from White Plains Road through to underneath the apartments. Inbound George, just about 5 to 10 for the upper deck with roadwork on the span. Outbound Lincoln already about 15 to 20. Outbound Holland already 20 to 30. This report is sponsored by the New York City Department of Transportation. Speeding ruins lives. Drivers, watch out for pedestrians and cyclists and slow your turns to less than 5 miles an hour. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Hey, New York and New Jersey. Commitment issues? No problem. Now you can get unlimited talk, text, and data for $25 a month forever, as in for life. Switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, you may experience slower speeds. Pay $25 a month as long as you stay on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN right now to try it for free, and you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free
At AT&T, we guarantee our network so you can talk college football with your BFF while taking Buster to the vet.
Hey, yeah, I can't believe he ate the whole thing of chicken wings.
And I can't believe we're staging a comeback. Touchdown!
Yes!
Staying connected matters. That's why in the rare event of a network outage, you'll automatically get a bill credit for a full day's service. For wireless downtime lasting 60 minutes or more caused by a single incident impacting 10 or more towers, must be connected to impacted tower at onset of outage. Restrictions and exclusions apply. See att.com/guarantee for full details.
This college football season, show your school spirit every time you pay. Introducing college-branded Venmo debit cards. Rep your team on and off the field with custom school designs that let everyone know who you root for. Whether you're tailgating, grabbing snacks for the watch party, or celebrating a win, you can unlock 15% cash back at ESPN. 1 free year of Perplexity Pro and more. This college football season, score more with the Venmo debit card. Get yours now in the Venmo app. Learn more at venmo.com/collegecard.
Max cashback varies. Terms apply. The Venmo MasterCard is issued by the Bancorp Bank, N.A.
Little Boz Skaggs. I didn't see his birthday. So this is just something you're feeling?
This is a good song, by the way.
It is good.
A dirty lowdown.
1-800-919-3776. A lot of people want to chime in on this. We had some fun opening up the show. So at least if nothing else, it accomplished that.
Just wanted to bring some heat.
Because who knows if that game is even the open today, if it's a regular season game, but it certainly was an open today. Let's go to the phones. Let's start it off with Joey. He's at Staten Island. You're on ESPN New York. What's up, Joey?
Yeah, how you guys doing? Thank you for taking my call. I just want New Yorkers, because there are New Yorkers out there that are going crazy over this cup.
Well, that's silly.
Where?
Well, yeah, I haven't. I really haven't
not
noticed
seen
that.
it.
No, they're out there. Trust me.
But where? Where are they doing it? At home? They could do it at home. Where are they doing it?
The internet exists. You don't see it on the internet?
No,
I have not. Honestly, I haven't seen people going crazy.
No,
I've seen people happy they won, but I haven't seen crazy. Craziness is when they were taking to 7th Avenue after one playoff win.
Yeah,
we didn't see anything like that.
After beating the Hawks and chanting F. Trey Young like that, yeah, I agree. That's a little extra, but remember, it was 8 years.
I feel like this tournament is pointless, and the reason why it's pointless is because give me at least a 3-game series, something. That's what makes the playoffs great in the NBA.
All right, so real quick. Hang on. 3-game series in the middle of a season, is not doable. But let me ask you this: Do you hate March Madness?
Do I hate March? Oh, to be honest, I don't watch college basketball.
Well, all right, so it's not for you, because that's all this really is. It's just sort of a little something like that.
And I do agree with the Knicks. Like, do not hang a banner. It means nothing, but where I will give the Knicks their flowers is they shut down Wemby. Mitchell Robinson did his thing.
Fourth quarter.
But again, that's one game.
He was cooking, man. He looked.
There
was a minute there where Wemby looked like he was about to take the whole game over.
My argument with you, Joey, is I don't think it's a big deal, but I also don't think it's nothing. They negotiated into the CBA. The players wanted to do this. And I want it to be more than just, I happen to watch a bunch of guys on December 16th care because they're going to make $500,000 apiece.
One question before you let me go. Knicks ended up getting knocked out in the first round of the playoffs, like every other cup winner has.
Well, there's only been 2.
Well, at least we won the cup.
No, nobody's ever going to say that.
Nobody would say that.
No one's going to say that.
No.
Who's all right? Again, Joey, please enlighten me. Who's going to say that? Who of significance when if they lose? Now remember, the Bucks lost because Lillard got hurt and Giannis got hurt. All right, you don't want that to happen. So let's just say that happens. God forbid. Who of significance when this is over will go, well, we did get the NBA Cup though. Who?
There's people out there.
No, I didn't say. No. Who of significance?
Somebody's opinion you value.
Someone that you're like, wow, I can't believe he said that.
That hurt me.
Not some yo-yo on some radio station.
Stephen A. Smith
All
was pretty
right.
good.
Well, he's not going to do that.
Pretty giddy.
He was.
Joey,
he was.
I'm not going to sit there and argue with you that you should care about something you don't care about.
No,
but
Stephen A.
he's
let
talking
him
to himself.
go. Stephen A. opened this. That's why Mad Dog did what he did. Because Stephen A. opened the show doing the orange and blue skies and blah, blah,
that's
blah.
silly, too.
Because it's all a performance. We want to have fun, and that show's a lot of fun. He did that, and Mad Dog did that to balance it, and it was all a lot of fun.
You have to.
But there's no way anyone's going to say, well, we did get the NBA. No one's going to say that. Jalen Brunson made it clear, and I'm telling you guys, his word is bond. It's the only one that matters in the organization. His quote was, "This is great. We're going to enjoy this, but once we leave tomorrow, meaning today, we're moving on."
And that's fine.
It.
So, but it's so, not to play Freud, but it's so typical of people. You're going to have people that are going to be over the top with it, which is wrong to be over the top. So your compensation for it is now to go the other way and not care. So we can't find a happy medium.
You're embarrassed to be associated with them, so you'll go the opposite.
Yeah, so if you're not going to take to the streets, then why bother doing it?
Maybe we need a Freud Friday.
Oh, there you go.
You know what I mean? Where we kind of analyze fans'
But
feelings.
isn't that it? It's like, well, look at these people. And again, those people, there's always – here's my advice. We're both in the public eye, myself and Alan. So we get compliments, we get ripped. There are people that want us dead, and there are people that want to have parades for us, okay? That's social media. You can't react to what social media says because all social media is trying to do is get a reaction out of you. And the only way to get a reaction out of you is to go over the top. And it's also not even that that's necessarily their opinion, but whatever's going to get a reaction, whatever's going to get clicks. So don't worry about that. Not everybody is going to like you. Not everybody is going to agree with you. And the second that somebody doesn't like you or disagrees, to go over the top and go, oh, my God, forget it. I'm out. You can't.
You know what I always
Ignore
say?
it.
I always say this. You don't like everybody, right?
No.
Well, why would you think everybody would like you?
Exactly.
Right?
But on social media, it's usually not a lot of love. It's always going to come from a place of hate.
Yeah, sarcasm,
so
mocking, all
to
that
have
stuff.
your feelings impacted by what some yo-yo thinks on Twitter and only thinks that to get that kind of reaction from you. They're trying to own you. They're trying to get in your head.
Or this Fugazi tough guy thing about how, like, we should only be celebrating. It's like that was fun last night. If you like ball, last night was fun.
Think about the objective. Because, again, he admitted, social media.
Yeah, he's
what they're
caught up
trying to
with it.
do is,
He's
all right,
definitely caught
there
up.
might be Knicks fans that thought yesterday was cool and wanted to win the cup. There are people that don't want the Knicks to win anything, ever. So what they're going to do is call you a loser for liking it. And their victory is going to be to take the joy away
Steal
that you
the joy.
have. They're trying to steal your joy.
So true.
And so when you sit
Fun
there and go,
sponge.
it's Fugazi, nobody cares about, they're stealing your joy. Just do whatever the heck you want to do.
It's a really good
All
point,
right?
Don.
Hey, Brunson doesn't want it, then you don't do it because he's the leader of the team. But if Brunson wanted it, then hang the banner. I'm only saying is that for the fans that enjoyed yesterday, have it signified someplace that you did win it. Because we don't know how this thing's going to age. 50 years from now, this might be a big deal. And the Knicks being one of the early winners of it might be a sense of pride that you have. Maybe they decide to do away with it in 2 years. Who the heck knows?
I don't know how long this
Do
lasts.
you, man.
Yeah.
Do you.
I don't know
and
how
don't
long it
care
lasts.
what other people have to say. Al and I get paid for our opinion. If you listen to us, then you must value our opinion. But as far as social media, let them do what they do. You do what you do, and never the two should meet. How about that? How about that? All right, what else we got? Brian in Middle Island. You're on ESPN New York. What's
Yet
up,
to
Brian?
be convinced, though.
Yes.
Hey, good afternoon, guys. Well, first of all, I want to say I'm really happy that the Knicks actually won that game. I was on the edge of my seat. It was a fun, entertaining game. I don't really see why people want to make an argument for whether you should be happy or not about it. It was pretty cool. I think what the NBA should do is to get us a little more hyped up as the fans, let the players get the $500,000 if they win. But if they win the final, that game should count as 2 wins in the win column.
Wow.
Because that can cause ruckus, right? And the fact now you're playing for it, maybe, this can help with load management. You pocketed those 2 extra wins on your record. Maybe you can afford to sit your stars for a game or 2, or you can cover your butt for an injury or whatever may happen. But I think it should be where it doesn't count as a loss if you lose, but if you win, it should count as 2 wins.
I like this, but they can't do the 2 wins thing because then records would be kind of messed up. But I like where your head's at. So how about I'll propose this. What do you think, Don?
Okay.
What if I said that the winning this is the ultimate tiebreaker? You win every tiebreaker, no matter what. So if you're tied for third, even if the other team swept you in the regular season, you still get third. They don't.
Right.
Like, whatever it is, it's the ultimate tiebreaker. It's the ultimate, you'll get the better chance to have home court advantage all the way through the playoffs just because you won this. Does that change it?
Maybe a little bit.
You know what I mean? Like,
Maybe
again,
a little.
all we thought, I still think, and Don and I did this the other day, we had a fun exercise about what can you do so the fans feel like they got something out of it. They feel invested too. Because players are getting money. And you saw, by the way, the biggest part of the celebration was the 5 guys at the bottom, at the end of the bench, 3 of them on 2-way contracts that are making nothing. And they were like, I just got $500,000. So, of course, they're going to run out on the floor and surround Cat and dance with him.
Right.
They were fired up. That's the camera caught the end of the bench. The camera didn't see the guy, the rotation players just being like, that's cool. Like, there was not an insane celebration. But those guys at the end of the bench that are making $75,000 this year playing in the G League.
That's a big deal for them.
Like they're like, oh, my God. That's just life-changing. So, but there should be some type of fan incentive of discounts or something for free, like you and I talked about, that I think needs to be added here. And in fact, I really do want to, when I get a chance, a lot of times the league, you can talk with people and they want ideas from you. That's something I'm going to propose for next year.
And the one thing I think they can do, not that this moves the needle a lot, I understand how it doesn't count in the standings because you can't have one more game than everybody else.
You can't do that.
You could count the stats, though. Because if Major League Baseball's got a play-in game, a tiebreaker game, game 163, those stats still count to the regular season. It's considered an extension to the regular season.
I get it.
So you could, if you wanted, to make those stats
I think you're right. I do agree with you. I think you're right. It is weird that this was a win that is not a win. And that needs to be fixed, too. Because think about this. Here's a hypothetical before we get back to the calls. The Knicks won that game last night, but it's not their 19th win of the season.
No.
It's still 18-7. They now had to fly today, right now, in fact, to Indiana. They got to play the Pacers tomorrow night. They have a back-to-back Friday at home against the Sixers. That's kind of unfair. Like, you're in Vegas, you play this game, you play your heart out. Next day you got to fly to India, play a game, then go home, play a game. So you kind of got to feel, and you're going to hate this, but I know if I'm running the Knicks, all right, playing the Pacers, they're not very good. It's on the road. I want my guys playing Friday. I don't want to tax my guys.
Right.
I'm probably going to do some load management tomorrow. My opinion. I don't know this to be fact. I'm saying if it's me, I'm considering this. So what if you lose that game, schedule a loss, and now instead of having 19 wins, you have one more loss because of the after effects of this. The Spurs have been on the road forever. They had the rodeo tour.
Right.
So they had to go on the road because the rodeo comes to town and it puts them on the road for a long time. They've been on the road for like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Like they're going to have a game probably where they're going to have to like shut some guys down and relax. And now they're going to take a loss.
So this could age even worse.
Right. So
for people that want.
It's why they got to find a way to make the game count.
1-800-919-3776. Booger McFarland will join us at 4. Our list at 4:30. ENN at 6. Don Hahn Rosenberg on ESPN New York.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Hurry! It's your last chance to donate for 2025. Last chance! Donate now for a 2025 tax deduction.
New York Lottery's holiday scratch-off games are the perfect gift for everyone on your list.
Like me, your Aunt Jules. I told you I didn't need a gift this year, but I secretly really want one.
Or me, your neighbor Frank. I hope you didn't forget I'm coming to your holiday party tonight.
Or me. Why does no one ever think of the voiceover guy? Anyway, New York Lottery's holiday scratch-off games have more winners and top prizes up to $5,000. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Brees Hall, the I-back, at the 5-yard line. Handoff, Brees Hall finds a crease, runs left. He's into the end zone for a Jet touchdown. Jets fans, come out to MetLife Stadium for a Week 17 divisional matchup. See the New York Jets host the New England Patriots Sunday, December 28th at 1 p.m. Presented by Ticketmaster. Lock in your seats now at nyjets.com/tickets. Once again, that's nyjets.com/tickets.
Discover a driving experience crafted to inspire. At Garden City Mazda, exceptional design and sophisticated performance come together. During the Mazda More to Move You sales event, lease the 2025 Mazda CX-5 for $229 a month for 33 months. Or the 2025 Mazda CX-50 for $239 a month for 33 months. Both with $49.95 due at signing. It's the Mazda More to Move You sales event at Garden City Mazda. At Garden City Mazda, expect the exceptional.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at endurancewarranty.com.
If your car is out of warranty, one major repair bill could wipe you out. Just ask Ludacris.
Car breakdowns can wreck your wallet. Without Endurance, a worn-out timing belt could cost you $1,700. A busted transmission, that's $4,000 easy. An engine meltdown, $7,000. But if you've got Endurance, you could never pay out of pocket for a car repair again. With Endurance, your car's most expensive parts are covered. Plus, you pick the mechanic you trust to do the work. With Endurance, your rate stays the same no matter how many claims you file.
If your car is under 20 years old, Endurance has you covered with unlimited miles. Plus, your plan includes 24/7 roadside assistance anywhere in the country. Choose the name Ludacris trusts, Endurance. Right now, get $300 off any plan, plus a year of elite benefits, a $2,000 value, free. All backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee. For your free quote, call 800-431-8958. 800-431-8958. 800-431-8958.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
You live for this. The wins, the losses, the slam dunks, and the buzzer beaters. The dream that this is your team's year. Hope, it's what keeps you coming back. So you represent with anticipation and with pride. Because when everything's on the line, your support means everything. That's why the NBA Store is here to support you. Check out the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
When you're streaming Stranger Things on Netflix,
Hurry!
Okay, wait! Don't take slow for an answer. Switch to Optimum Fiber for the fastest, most reliable, and most consistent internet speeds, starting at $25 a month. And this holiday season, get Netflix and so much more on us. Call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com today.
Whoa, did you see that?
Optimum, don't take slow for an answer. Netflix subscription required. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
Jake's
so many people have opinions.
He's in one today. So what? Like, I'm trying to connect the dots now.
So Boz Scaggs and the Beatles is just a B-day?
Something in between. Baby,
just feeling like it. You know.
Not bad.
I mean,
Not bad.
you know, once I see your guys' heads moving, I know I'm on the right track.
There you go.
Baby, you can job.
That's what it's about, man. It's all about vibing with the hosts. 1-800-919-3776. Let's go to Ben. He's in Springfield. You're on ESPN New York. Hi, Ben.
What's up, guys?
What's up?
Yep. Hey, how's it going?
Good.
I'm in favor of the banner.
you know what? First off, Don, I agree with that. Like, if we're not going to, why have the Atlantic Division titles? Why have the Eastern Conference if we don't win the title that year? Let's just take down the 2012-2013 banner, because I didn't win the championship that year, and I had very high aspirations that year, even though the Heat were there. But, Hahn, I also think you're kind of contradicting yourself in a sense where it's like you've said that like people aren't confused. Like, they're not going to end the year. If the Knicks don't win the championship, no one's going to be like, oh, well, we won the NBA Cup.
Mm-hmm.
So then what's the problem with having the banner up there? Well, no one's going to get confused.
I think what I was saying is that banners you don't put up during the season. Banners are when everything's done. So
can I follow up with that?
All I'm going to say is that, so my explanation is like, they're not putting one up now. It doesn't mean they never will. I just don't think right now is something they don't want to do that right now. And that's it.
So if the Knicks,
it could happen in this. It could happen in October. Maybe next October it's there when the season starts. We don't know.
Would you agree that fans might be more angry if, let's say, we lose a tough final series? Like, and that's in the hypothetical world. I hope that happens.
Okay.
Well, I hope we win. But let's say we lose 7 games in the finals to Oklahoma.
Right.
And then next year we don't have a banner raised, but then we see the cup banner raised during the offseason.
Well,
wouldn't Knicks fans get more upset over that?
If you get to the NBA Finals, that means you won the Eastern Conference, which means that banner goes up.
Yeah, but
they won't have a ceremony for it.
If NBA Cup titles up there, I think people would be more upset if we lose a tough 7-game series, but then they come in the next year and
but you're going to already have banners up though, because you're going to put up the Eastern Conference Finals banner.
What if for some reason, God forbid, you lose in the first round?
Yeah, that's happened.
You think people are going to want to come into the Garden on opening night and see the Cup banner?
I mean, don't put it up.
But that's why I just don't get why. What is putting it up on Friday and not with ceremony? You go to the game at the Garden, you look up, and it just happens to be there.
Because
no spotlight.
Here's why.
How does it affect?
Here's why. Because in 3 years of the NBA Cup, it was never an issue until this year. And it wasn't an issue after the game. It was an issue before the game. It was a conversation and a debate before the game. Because only here.
But by the haters.
Only here does it matter. And so it just became like, forget it. Like, we're not doing this.
You know what the NBA should do? Is just the NBA make them. And that way, listen, we have a banner up because the NBA told us to put it up.
Yeah, it's like retiring retiring a number.
But again, you're pandering to the people who told you you're wrong for caring. And if for some reason you cared about winning that game, it devalues the journey. That if you put an ounce of effort into winning that game, then clearly your mind isn't on winning the champion.
Right.
Come on, that's made up.
Right.
That's made up by people who don't care about the Cup. And it's cool not to care about the Cup. I understand you not caring about the Cup.
You're tough.
But I don't know why you're so upset about the people that do care. And I don't know why the people that care seem to care so much about the people that don't.
Can I say?
You know what I'm saying?
I do know what you're saying.
You're living someone else's life. Think about that. You are now embodying your enemy.
Do you understand? That's our society today. So with that in mind, as much as I cringed at Mad Dog and what he did and that whole the show he put on this morning on First Take.
That's what it was.
And it was a show. And it was hilariously entertaining.
That's him.
But I can say he's also not wrong. Because how do you make this thing authentic? If it's inauthentic, right?
Mm-hmm.
How do we make it authentic? How do you make it something that winning it, all right, you know what? That's significant. And it's beyond money for the players. What could the league say? You know what? If Adam Silver really, really wanted to double down on this thing, and he's like, all right, you know what? We're 3 years in and people still aren't taking it seriously because they're calling it inauthentic and they say it's meaningless. Let's put some serious meaning into it. What can you do?
Well,
I know what I can do.
What's that?
Put a playoff berth on it. Automatic bid.
All right.
You win this thing, no matter what happens the rest of the year, you're in.
Now, it probably won't matter because I think if you're going to navigate through there, you're a playoff team. But there could be a year where a team just happens to go on a nice little run.
You don't think that's a big deal?
It is
because
a big deal.
Now,
if
what if you knock out a team that is fighting for that 10th spot, and they know now I can't get that 10th spot?
Or you're the Brooklyn Nets who are like, we're not a playoff team. We might not even win 20 games this year, But I'm going to bring it the nights that it's a cup night because maybe this could be a backdoor way getting into the playoffs.
Yeah.
But
now there's only 9 seats available, not 10.
Here's the thing.
Okay.
If you're the NBA and you see the money's coming in on this and Amazon's happy with their number, you don't do anything.
I'm curious about the number.
But you know what I'm saying? You only do things if it's not working. You don't do this to gratify the few people that went on Twitter saying it's meaningless.
Yeah.
Like, you only do these ideas if it's not working. The players don't care. The ratings aren't there. You know, the buildings, forget about, did we get an attendance figure in Vegas last night?
I had one. I'll find it for you right now. But it was it was still not full, though.
Right, and that's probably more venue than lack of interest.
There's a lot of Knicks fans.
Because the games that are played on home court, you know, they're selling out. That's the only time they're going to change it. You're not going to change it for the people that you're going to change it if it doesn't.
18,609.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, what does T-Mobile? What's the capacity of T-Mobile?
Maybe 20. I mean, I can't. It wasn't empty, but I don't know if that's the capacity for basketball. Might be capacity for hockey, but I'm sure it's north of 19,000. It's a brand new building.
So if it's 20,000 for basketball.
Yeah. So they were light.
Shy.
They were light, less than 2,000. Yeah. But it's a neutral site, and neither of the teams play close to Vegas. I don't know if people are going to be traveling to Vegas to see it. Just, hey, are people that happen to be in Vegas interested in going to this game?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that necessarily tells you the interest level of the event. But the only way they would make any changes is if it wasn't fiscally working and people flat out didn't care.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Amazon paid for the rights to have the full exclusive.
I don't think they have an appetite of making those types of changes unless they start to think if we don't get the numbers we're looking for, we're going to get rid of it. So I think this is all kind of reindeer games in the sense I don't think they have an appetite to make any changes because I think they're very happy with the way it's working out. I think it's making money. They got a major sponsor.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they're cool with it. We'll hold off on the phone calls. Hang in there. We've got a lot to talk about football-wise. We're itching closer now to Week 16. It's money time for a lot of these teams in the NFL. So we'll be talking to Booger McFarland, our weekly spot with him. We got a list at 4:30. We got ENN at 6. Don Hahn Rosenberg taking up until 7 o'clock here on ESPN New York.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
When equipment breaks down and operations come to a halt, every single second counts. So why is your maintenance team spending 60% of their time doing anything but turning wrenches? MaintainX is the AI-powered maintenance and asset management system that helps your team get back to actually fixing breakdowns. No more searching for manuals. No more hunting down parts. No more drowning in paperwork. With MaintainX, your team can access manuals from anywhere, create new procedures in minutes, and turn voice notes into clear and complete work order feedback. What used to take hours now only takes minutes. Keep your operations moving, not your paperwork. Join over 11,000 maintenance teams that are already fixing more and filing less. Try MaintainX for free today. Go to maintainx.com/AI. That's maintain in the letter x.com/AI.
The Winter Savings Event is right now at Bay Ridge Mazda. Lease the 2025 Mazda CX-30S for as low as $169 per month or the 2025 Mazda CX-5. Select for as low as $229 per month and get as low as 0.9% APR financing rates on select model. Plus, enjoy 1 year complimentary of Bay Ridge Plus benefits like ding and dent coverage, key replacement, windshield protection, and roadside assistance. Visit them in Brooklyn or online at BayRidgeMazda.com. Bay Ridge Mazda, where confidence comes standard. See dealer for details.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. Trade stocks and ETFs, options, futures, and crypto all on one platform. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move. All investments involve risk, including loss of principal. Options, futures, and crypto trading carry significant risk and may not suit all investors. Securities offered through Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC. Futures trading is offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Crypto offered through Robinhood Crypto LLC, NMLS ID 1702840, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Portfolio management offered by Robinhood Strategies, an SEC registered advisor.
Tire Care shouldn't come with extra costs or surprise fees, and it should be simple, straightforward, and stress-free. So at Midas, they're rolling out the limited lifetime tire guarantee. Included with every tire purchase with paid installation, you'll pay nothing for flat repairs, nada for flat replacements, zilch for tire rotations every 5,000 miles, and zero for other preventative maintenance. So with this limited lifetime tire guarantee, you'll pay a whole lot of nothing compared to what the other guys charge for Tire Care. That's a limited lifetime tire guarantee only at Midas.
Hey, this is Jalen Brunson.
Jalen Brunson for three.
And this is your home for New York Knicks basketball. This is 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS FM HD2, New York.
.401 of the big city. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg with you until 7 o'clock. Game Time is brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time, Alan.
It's Tully time.
It's Tully time. Only one local in action tonight, and it's late. The Devils are in Vegas to take on the Golden Knights. They got to get all the confetti off the floor and then remove the floor, get the ice there for that game at 10 o'clock. That'll be on TNT. That's why I'm here and not Vegas. Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cast matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. It's Wednesday. It's 4 o'clock. It's always a pleasure to welcome in Booger McFarland, Don LaGreca, and Alan Hahn. How are you today?
What's up, buddy? What's the word?
You're spared the presence of Peter, so you don't have to worry about having to brush up on your Commanders. We'll be Commanders free during the course of this interview.
The Commanders have been Commanders free here lately.
Yeah.
So I guess that's a good thing.
You know, we've been talking about Joe Burrow and his general unhappiness with the situation in Cincinnati, and is he going to retire? Will he demand a trade? Well, he spoke today. I'm not sure if you got a chance to hear it. This is Joe Burrow asked a question about possibly playing for another team.
Is there any world in your mind where you're not the quarterback of the Bengals next year?
I can't see that. No.
Have you ever thought about the possibility of not being the quarterback here during your career, or
you think about a lot of things?
So it sounds like he shut it down and then opened the door again. I mean, how do you feel about where he is right now? And could there be a world where he's planning an exit strategy out of Cincinnati, whether it be retirement or playing for somebody else?
Well, he can retire. That means he's not going to get paid. So let's understand this. This is a job first and foremost. So, if you want to keep getting paid, you got to show up to work. So this fairy tale world we live in, that these players, especially in the NFL. Like, NBA is a little different, but in the NFL, you have a contract, and Joe Burrow, I think, has 5 years left on the deal, maybe 4, something like that. So he's got to show up to work to get paid. As far as trying to play for a different team, I guess he can go request a trade, but if you remember what the Bengals did the last time a quarterback requested a trade, that was Carson Palmer, and Carson Palmer had to sit out for a year. So Mike Brown and that organization doesn't take too kindly to demands and threats and things of that nature. So Joe wants to win, but Joe's unhappy right now because they're not winning. I think there needs to be a change at the head coaching position. We look at this team and we always say, man, Joe's one of the best quarterbacks in football. Zach Taylor is one of the best offensive minds, and he might be, but is Zach Taylor a good football coach? I think that's the question you have to ask yourself. He can call plays, but is he a good football coach? I think the record would tell you that he's not, or at the very least, he's average. Now, I do give him credit for, coming within a play or two of winning the Super Bowl, but that seems like so long ago it's unreal. But I think what you hear from Joe is just a guy that's unhappy. He wants to win, and winning brings happiness, and right now he's not doing a lot of it.
It's almost like Boog, what he said was right along with what you're explaining about the situation there. Can you see it? Yeah. Can you see yourself being somewhere else, not being the quarterback next year? No, I can't, because he knows why. I can't force a trade. They're not going to trade me, so I can't see it. But have you thought about playing somewhere else? Yeah, you think about a lot of things. So, yeah, I think he definitely has wondered about life elsewhere, but he knows he really can't control it. That also, though, does lead to a toxic situation, doesn't it? Like, how does he find his happy? Like, how does he, if he's not happy there and he doesn't feel like he can win there, but he feels stuck there? I don't know if you've ever felt stuck anywhere in your life before, but it's not a great place to be mentally.
Joe Burrow makes $55 million a year. I can think of a lot of reasons to make me happy every Tuesday. You know what I mean?
I feel you.
So, let's stop that. And I get it. sports are really different because sports are a game and you want to win, but sports are also a job, and if you're getting paid, you got to show up to work. So there's a fine line where you have to balance if you're a quarterback because you're the highest paid person on the team, and you're making $55 million a year to throw a football and play a kid's game. So the fact that you can say I'm unhappy and I don't want to be here, well, guess what? I can think of another reason you'd be unhappy if you were making a lot less money, but you chose to resign for 5 years and $275. So it's a very, very, very tough line to tiptoe around. I think if you're Mike Brown, I think you ought to look long and hard at Zach Taylor. He's been there a while. Like, how long has he been there? Like 6-7 years? Like, that's usually – he's been there a minute now. And all we have is a Super Bowl appearance to show for it and a lot of bad defenses and a quarterback and a receiver or two receivers that are amongst the highest paid at their positions. And it's not going to get any better, I don't think, next year. It's sometimes you got to take a step back, and I think that they probably won't fire Zach Taylor because they don't want Joe to be unhappy. But I think Joe would probably be happier if he could win, and I think maybe they could do a little bit better if they were winning more. It's a tough position to be in because they got a lot of guys making a lot of money on that offense, and Trey Henderson is probably not going to be there, so the defense is going to take a step back next year. So where do you go? I'm really not sure.
All right, so play the reindeer game with us. We had some fun with this over the last week or so. If he were to ask for a trade and he did hit the open market, what would the odds be of the Jets being able to play that game considering all the first-round picks they have? Is that something that they should try to pursue if he did become available?
Well, yeah. I mean, I can tell you guys are bored, and it's almost holiday. We're going down this road right now.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Well, no question. Absolutely. But I'll play with you. So if he's available, is he worth 3 first-round picks? Sure. Is he worth 3 picks and, I don't know, somebody else? Maybe. It just depends. Like the Jets, like the best thing for the Jets, the absolute best thing for the Jets is to decide whether or not there's a quarterback in this draft. If I'm the Jets, to be honest with you guys, and I know nobody in New York wants to hear this, if I'm the Jets, I might even trade these picks this year and load up for 27. Because in 27, you got Arch, you're probably going to have Dante Moore, you're probably going to have Jeremiah Smith. Like 27 is set up to be a historic quarterback draft and a historic receiver draft. So if I'm the Jets, if I'm the Jets, to be honest with you, if I'm the Jets, and you guys are going to hate this, I'm trading Garrett Wilson and I'm trading these picks this year, and I'm loading up. And if I wind up with 5 first-round picks in 27, so be it. But I think the 27 draft could be one of the all-timers. 26, everybody's going to be in the race for Fernando Mendoza, and I don't know if you've seen his interviews. I'm not sure he fits in New York. So if you don't get Mendoza, then who we getting?
That's what I keep saying.
Let's not force it. Let's just go to 27 and load up. And while we're going to 27, while we're paying Garrett Wilson $30 a year, let's trade him, get 2 ones for Garrett Wilson, and just load up for 27.
Punt the season. You know,
I'm not saying punt the season.
That's what you're doing, though, right?
No,
I'm not saying it's wrong. Look, your theory, while crazy, is also
you're not
going
to win with Garrett Wilson next year.
I get it. That's what I mean. But that's a hard sell to an owner, and this is a head coach that's going into his second year, and the first year has not gone well. Your theory is good for a stable organization that can get through it. But I don't know if they have the stones to do it. I love it. It's crazy, and it's probably the best thing.
So
it's the smartest thing. But I don't know if they have the stones.
So here's what I would do if I were the Jets. You get rid of Justin Fields. You go right across the bridge, and you get Jameis. Jameis is my starting quarterback next year. I'm going to go and I'm going to draft some young receivers wherever I draft at this year, second round, first, wherever. I'm going to trade one of those ones. Maybe trade back and get some more picks. I'm trading Garrett Wilson. I'm going to field a young team, but I'm going to have a veteran quarterback like Jameis who can throw the football down the field. Where that way our passing game doesn't resemble nothing. My brand of football is going to be exciting next year. We may wind up 6-11, but that's okay. But in 27, I'm going to sell to the fan base in 27. Okay, we're probably going to have 5 first-round picks. All right. I'm getting a quarterback in 27, whether that's Dante Moore, whether that's Arch, it's somebody I'm missing. I think the kid out of USC, like it's going to be a stupid draft in 27.
Okay.
I think that's what the Jets need to do, because if you're banking on Ty Simpson or these guys, like, man, you're going to be right back in the same situation.
I love it. I love it. I think it's crazy, but it could work. I love it.
What did you think of Phillip Rivers?
You know what, man? Phillip deserves to come back player of the year already, because I don't know if you guys realize how hard it is to take 5 years off and then go play a game in which is played at that speed. Imagine if you didn't do radio, Hahn, for 5 years. Like even you would be rusty, without being on the radio for 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Now add a sport where a movement is involved, and on top of that, this is a sport that's played at the highest level. So you're not just coming back and dealing with the local guys down at Teterboro Airport. You're coming back and you're dealing with the best radio guys in the world. Are you going to be ready to deal with them?
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what Phillip Rivers did, man. So I mean, I'm not sure why he did it. Maybe he's bored. Maybe the kids had a lot of homework. He didn't feel like helping at home, I guess. I don't know. But I mean, to be 44 to come back and play football after 5 years. Actually, it made me think maybe I got a couple more snaps in me, huh?
Oh,
maybe just a few more.
You know what? Do it. I dare you. I mean, I dare you.
Well,
I want to
I don't
see
need
it.
to be
Show
dared.
me
I
something.
just need to be paid.
Yeah, that's all you need is
you
someone to
dare
want
me,
you.
just pay me.
All right. We can work that out.
Listen, everybody wants an athletic defensive lineman.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then what? And then there's you.
And then you would like to get paid. I think there's a match made in heaven.
Hey, hold on. It was a lot of silence after I said that.
Yeah, we were waiting for what was coming next, because you were past tense.
Yeah,
a very athletic defensive lineman.
I thought maybe you wanted to break some news for us. You never know. The injuries are happening. We're getting late in the season here. The Lions. How shocked are you that they're in the situation that they're in right now?
Think about the Lions and think about the 49ers. And maybe there's something to this. You guys we can kind of shop this on the air. Both teams are super physical. Both teams love to run the football. Both teams are always hurt every year. Every year it's something with both teams.
Mm-hmm.
Think about the 49ers. The only year the 49ers didn't get hurt, they went to the Super Bowl. I think 2 years. But other than that, every year they get hurt and it derails the season. The Lions were hurt last year. The Lions are hurt this year. Their entire secondary is gone. So I don't know if it's something about how they practice, how they play every day, but like those are two of the most physical teams in football. I think you guys would agree. And and both of them, the star players on their teams, like someone winds up hurt every year.
And that's, to me, again, what makes this year so difficult to kind of pick or to forecast, because there's been a lot of that. A lot of teams that you thought were going to be better, they're dealing with injuries. Chiefs are out for the first time in forever. And with that in mind, watching Josh Allen put the cape on again and playing the way he played in New England, Mike Vrabel off a bye week, and they were up 21-0, and then he does what he does, leads the way. It just keeps feeling. I mean, I might have brought this up with you already once before, but I feel like it's a continuing story in the NFL. If not now, when it comes to Josh Allen?
Yeah, it seems like this has got to be the year, right?
Right.
Mahomes is out. Hope he gets better soon. Lamar doesn't look like Lamar. Joe Burrow is out. Like it's got to be the year for Josh. But yet and still, he's got a flawed team because he's got to put the cape on. If he doesn't put the cape on, they could get blown out every week.
Yep.
Like that's how.
Yeah.
I mean, their defense gives up a ton of rush yards. They got two players on their team. It's Josh Allen and James Cook.
Yep.
Like those are the two players that you really have to game plan for. Other than that, it's a bunch of dudes that play well together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if he can put the cape on for another 6 weeks, then, I think I tip my hat and say, congrats. But I just don't know if he can put it on every week,
in the playoffs,
week in and week out.
Yeah, that's where it gets
Correct.
most difficult. Thursday Night Football tonight, speaking of playoffs, Rams, Seahawks.
Tomorrow.
Well, first of all, Thursday
tomorrow.
Night Football, not tonight. That's tomorrow night.
Tomorrow. Yeah, I'm rushing the week. I'm trying to get to the vacation. But Rams, like that's for Thursday night, that's a really good game. And I thought the Rams, I was worried about Devontae Adams. Very worried about Nakua when he went down. But luckily, it was just a cramp. But still, they just feel like the last team that has kind of everything you need to win it all. Would you agree with that?
If they're healthy. Health is going to be such a big part of this season. Devontae sounds like it's a hamstring. Puka was something with his chest. I think Devontae's probably not going to play tomorrow. I wouldn't play him tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Although tomorrow is a game that could decide a bye or having to go to Tampa week 1 in the playoffs.
Right.
Either one of those things, I think, if you're the Saints, you take. And not the Saints, if you're the Rams, you take. You'd love to get the bye, but I don't think anybody's dreading coming to Tampa, how they've been playing right now.
Right.
Huge game. I'll flip it the other way. How big a game is this for Sam Darnold? The last time Sam Darnold was in one of these 1 seed versus 5 seed games, he wet the bed. Remember, he was in Minnesota and they played, I forget who they played, but he came up super small. So this is another opportunity for Sam Darnold in one of these games where he can put his team in the 1 seed. What's Sam Darnold going to do? Especially you. I'm just wondering how the people in New York feel about
already sick
about that.
Yeah, no, already sick. Had the guy, let him go. Drafted not the guy. The guy you drafted didn't even get picked to start for the Dolphins when Tua was benched.
Right.
How about that? So it's sickening. It's sickening.
Yeah, and the games you're talking about, they lost that regular season game similar to the one coming up on Thursday to the Lions, then faced him again in the postseason and got whipped in both games. And he feels like a guy that can get you there but not get you over the hump. And so if you don't believe in the Seahawks, 49ers banged up, Eagles seem to be, in a bad headspace right now. Do you give the Bears the team the best chance to come out of the NFC besides the Rams?
The Bears can run the football. They got a two-headed monster in Swift and Monangai. I love how they run the football. Not sure if I trust the quarterback to play on time and rhythm. He struggles just to do that. Packers would have been up there, but I think without Parsons, they're going to miss they're going to miss a little something. The Eagles are still the Eagles, especially if they get Lane Johnson back. It's other than the Rams and the Rams' health, based on what happened to their receivers, other than that, man, all these teams got issues.
Yeah, and your Panthers, how do the Panthers beat the Rams and then lose to the Saints? They can control their own and they still can't because they got to play the Bucs twice. And the Bucs losing home games to the Saints and Falcons. I guess these teams aren't real, right? Is it just circumstances, matchups, or just not being for real?
Pro football, man. These are grown men who show up and take pride in their job every Sunday. So, the difference between – I want you to think about this. The difference between the best team, the Rams, and what we thought the worst team was the Panthers looked very, very minuscule when they were on the field together.
Wow.
Think about that.
Mm-hmm.
That's the difference. That's how this league goes, man. So,
injuries, turnovers, that's the difference every single week.
So did you love watching the NBA Cup last night?
I didn't watch the NBA Cup, but I did see that the Knicks won and they celebrated. Not sure if I'd have gone to the level that they went to for the Cup, but I get it. But
when they hand you you have to go on this podium, and it's not like the Knicks were making the confetti. That's the league that did all that. What would you have done as a player? Would you because Jalen Brunson just started shaking the opponent's hands and wanted to get off the court, but they had to do what the league set up.
Yeah, I get it. You got to do it. But I'll tell you something that they don't have to do. They don't have to put a banner up.
And they're not.
That's not what I heard. Stop lying to me.
No, Don, can you confirm?
No, they're not. I mean, they might put one up next year or something, but they're not coming back on Friday. There'll be no banner on the ceiling.
Well, I didn't say they was going to put a banner up Friday, but I mean, at some point they're going to put a banner up for the NBA Cup, I heard. Now, if I'm wrong, then
what?
What do you mean, so what? You can't put a banner up next to, some of the greats up there for the NBA Cup that's only been around 3 years? What are you talking about?
But you can put up an Atlantic Division championship?
Absolutely. What, do they even still have the Atlantic Division? I thought they got rid of those.
No, they still have that.
All right. So then you're putting up, consecutive sellouts for Billy Joel, for God's. I mean, listen. I love the Garden. I love the pinwheel roof and all that. But I see the Baker's dozen sellout streak for fish. I think we've got room for an NBA Cup.
I hear you. I look forward to coming to the Garden, and I gotta get connected with somebody to put me down there on Celebrity Row.
Well, that would be Alan Hahn. Well, Celebrity Row. I mean, if you want a suite.
Well, when were you going to come to a game?
I'm gonna come to a game at some point. My wife likes basketball. The Garden. We actually.
Okay. Well, then you know where to find me.
Oh, trust me. I know exactly where to find you. That's why I'm trying to be nice to you right now.
All right.
There'd be no other reason.
All right. I'll look forward to your call. I'll make sure it goes right to voicemail.
Well, of course. Listen, that's why I'm not going to call you directly. I'm going to just call the radio station like, hey, Booger from Florida, let me in.
Oh man, listen, we're not going to be on. So just have a tremendous holiday, man, and we'll talk to you in the new year.
All the best.
Same to you. Y'all have a good one, man. Really enjoy being on with you guys every week. So happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and enjoy your loved ones, man.
You too, man. Enjoy.
Merry Christmas, Boog.
That's Booger McFarland joins us every Wednesday at 4:00. Really interesting stuff.
Did you think that was that? I know it sounds crazy, but punt, and he didn't like when I said punt, but punting to the next draft, using your draft capital to get even more draft capital. So in the 2027 draft, you talk about pockets full.
All right, well, but
like
so
you are like money's falling out of your pockets. You're walking into that draft.
I understand,
and that's the one that's going to have all the quarterbacks in it, according to him, and he's a college football analyst as well as NFL.
Yeah,
do you think that's a suicide mission? I don't think Woody Johnson could stomach it.
No,
but at face value, if you could just sim season and let's get to 26 or 27 draft, we got to live through it, which is the hardest part. But do you think it's that crazy?
It's not that crazy considering if you're not in love with the quarterbacks that are coming out.
Right.
You know, if the kid from Oregon doesn't come out, who might end up passing Mendoza when it's all said and done. If he decides to come out and he's got a great combine, Moore could end up surpass. But if you look at those two and say, the quarterbacks coming out next year are going to be much better.
Yeah.
But how do you sell a fan base? You missed the playoffs 15 straight years. It's now going to have to be 16.
I can tell you how.
But I just feel
it's happened before.
Oh yeah.
You know what you do?
You send out a letter. I've always said, and this is why I defended the Rangers when they did it. Fans are cool if you're honest with them.
Yeah.
When you sell fans a bill of goods, we're going to compete, and you end up tanking, they get red hot because you lie to them.
Right.
If you're up front with them and saying, we think next year's draft is better than this one, we're going to try to win, but I'm telling you, we are going to be trading things to make it easier for us to get more picks for next year. It's probably not going to be about 26. We're probably not going to go to the playoffs. I bet you if you polled, 80, 90% would be on board.
Yeah.
Because you're honest with them. If you sell them, we're going to compete, we're going to go for a wild card, and then you don't, even getting those picks, it'll be like, you lied to us. You said we were going to be competitive. If you're up front with them, because all sports are living up to expectations.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
And when you lie and you blow up the expectations and don't live up to them, you get killed. When you exceed the expectations, even just a little bit, fans consider that a successful season. Just be honest with them. I think you can make it work if you let them know what the plan is.
Look, it's going to be a young team. We're trying to do it the right way. We're trying to build this from the ground up, and we feel this is the best way to go. The problem is for Woody Johnson and for even the NFL is that when you put that letter out in late February before March, and you start letting them know, listen, we're going to bring you in on what we're doing here. This is not our plan. Like, we have to do something better going forward, and you have to understand it's a slow process. Whatever it is, you can't say we're going to trade our picks. You're not going to do that.
Right.
But you're just going to make it clear that, we're about to do something. We have a plan, and to execute this plan there's going to be some tough decisions that, could cause a crisis in confidence in our ability to win. And you have to understand this is for long-term winning. You do that. What's the first thing that happens? What is it for season ticket holders? Why am I buying tickets for this year? So can you not do that in the NFL because the business relies so much on PSLs and ticket sales and national games and all the things that why would I even care about the Jets for?
Honestly, the revenue you get from season tickets or ticket sales is probably the least of your revenue. That's probably the one where you could do it because you're still going to make money hand over fist even if the building's empty. Can you live with the embarrassment of having an empty building? See, I don't think you have to send a letter if you're the Jets. The Rangers had to because we're not going to be on uncertain free agents. We're not going to go for it.
Yeah.
Once you start making those deals, the fans are going to know what you're doing.
Okay.
Right? So you don't have to send the letter.
You don't think you need to, like, it's just almost like bringing you in on it?
And you also don't have to lose at the same time either. He even said that. Like, you could still be competitive in games, but, hey, I'm thinking about the future.
Maybe they'd be better coached.
As long as my bridge quarterback doesn't cost me any of my picks.
Yeah.
Maybe I get guys to exceed expectations. It's not like they're going to be an underdog in every game, and it's not going to be that much worse than it's been the last couple of years where you won like 4 or 5 games.
Garrett Wilson.
But,
wow.
I mean, Garrett Wilson's not playing now. I mean, it's crazy. We got a break because we got a
list.
We've got a list.
Yes, you have a list,
and that's coming up.
Who's this week?
I left Alan out of it because I want him to be surprised by it. So we got the list coming up. More of your calls on the NBA Cup. Your thoughts on what Joe Burrow had to say. ENN coming up at 6 o'clock as well. Right up till 7 o'clock. It's that kind of a show, and then we're going to hand it off at 7 o'clock to Ty Butler on ESPN New York.
Some stages celebrate. This one tests everything. Every drive, every approach, every putt. Pressure builds. Resilience matters. And history waits for the bold. In June, the 2026 U.S. Open Championship returns to the Hamptons at the iconic Shinnecock Hills Golf Club. Experience the world's best golfers competing on one of the sport's most storied stages. Don't just watch greatness. Experience it live at the 126th U.S. Open. Daily tickets are available now on SeatGeek.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Hurry! It's your last chance to donate for 2025. Last chance! Donate now for a 2025 tax deduction.
There are small risks in life, like giving a kid a football to play with in the house.
Whoa, watch out for the... Okay.
And then there are big gambles, like giving a kid a lottery ticket. Never gift a lottery ticket to a person under 18. Learn more about how to gift responsibly during the holidays at playresponsiblyny.com. Please gift responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
New York Presbyterian treats more heart patients than any other hospital in New York. From common to complex conditions, our cardiologists and heart surgeons are pioneers in advanced heart care, leading the way in minimally invasive treatments for faster recovery times. Find a doctor at nyp.org/heart. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian. New York Presbyterian Hospital based on U.S. News and World Report 2025 to 2026 Cardiology, Heart, and Vascular Surgery rankings. And now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks so much, guys. Only easy ride to the outbound George Henry Hudson. That's it. Cross Bronx westbound. Still have this crash by Webster Avenue involving a couple of tractor trailers. Left lane is out. You're slammed there from the Bruckner through to underneath the apartments. Deegan southbound, a packed ride, all because of police department activity over on Fordham Road. Delays there starting to back up onto 87 in Yonkers. Inbound George, stick with the lower deck if you can. Upper level going to run you about 10 to 15 minutes. Just picked up a broken down truck in the roadwork. Outbound Lincoln, your best ride at 20 to 30. Outbound Holland going to run you 30 to 40. Crash on the Staten Island Expressway westbound over by Richmond Avenue. Right lane is out. Delays there from the Verrazano on through. This report is sponsored by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you're not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Visit MAD.org. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Too much on your list this season? Get 50% off your first 6 months of payroll at gusto.com/radio. Gusto saves you 2 days every month on payroll, taxes, and compliance. So you can go from making payroll to making gingerbread houses, checking your books to decking the halls. Spreadsheets to snow angels. Switch before the end of the year and there's no need to transfer payroll history. Now that's a reason to be merry. Choose a future with Gusto and get more time for what matters. For a limited time, get 50% off your first 6 months at gusto.com/radio.
A SoFi personal loan is here to help you achieve something once thought impossible: overcoming high-interest credit card debt. Walk the tightrope of your finances with one low, fixed-rate monthly payment, no fees required, and as soon as the same day funding. That's right, pull off your own debt-defying stunt with a SoFi personal loan. Visit SoFi.com/trick to learn more. Loans originated by SoFi Bank N.A. Member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891.
Every 40 seconds, a child is reported missing. Find the Children is a nonprofit organization dedicated to helping find missing kids. You can be a part of their mission by donating your unwanted car. Call 1-800-294-0222. You'll receive the maximum tax deduction and we provide fast, free pickup. Call 1-800-294-0222. Donate your unwanted or unused car. Call 1-800-294-0222. This advertisement was paid for in partnership with Cars R Us and Find the Children.
Getting more as a MyLowe's Pro Rewards member is easier than ever with the Lowe's app. Download it today and earn 500 points the first time you log in. Plus, your digital wallet helps you scan, save, earn, and access what you need to manage it all in one place. Download the Lowe's app and take advantage of your Pro benefits today. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid 12/1/25 through 1/7/26. Offer valid for first login per organization only. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Additional restrictions apply. Visit Lowe's.com/terms for more details. Subject to change.
You just made the list, buddy.
This is The List with Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
And the list is driven by Ramsey Mazda. You know, we were all saddened by the news over the weekend that Rob Reiner had passed away. Murdered by apparently his son. That's still alleged, but he was arrested on those charges. And people are like, well, why don't you give up a top 5 Rob Reiner movie? Anybody. Come on. What are we doing?
That's too easy.
This is the list.
Amateur hour.
Okay? So I decided there's a lot of good Rob Reiner movies. And I'm not going to say that Spinal Tap is my favorite, but it's right up there. It is right up there. I don't know if it'd be my number 1, but it'd be darn close. And that movie is exceptionally quotable. You're a fan, right? Of the movie Spinal Tap?
I think I've seen it once. It's not, I don't know why it never just stayed in my algorithm. It's just not something.
1-800-919-3776. Your thought on the Knicks Cup, and we'll play some Joe Burrow. This is no longer fun.
He might have broke your heart. I sort of like go out your eyes.
I thought you were a human being with a sense of humor.
Well, you thought that was a wheelhouse movie for me?
I thought it was a wheelhouse movie for everybody.
Well, it might be, but I'm not everybody.
Well, this is going to be for the audience. This has nothing to do with you. You know what?
So
Turn
you
away.
did
Look away.
You did Spinal Tap
Look
top
away.
5? You did a Spinal Tap top 5?
I did a Spinal Tap top 5 quotes.
Should I leave? You want me to go?
I want you to look away.
Do you want me to go?
It's not right for me to have you leave the room because
I should go.
I
feel like I should leave.
I think you could go join us in here. We got room.
I'm not in any kind of position to tell you what to do. I'm not your boss.
I think I should go.
But
should I just excuse myself?
This is real. This is what disappointment looks like.
I can feel it.
I thought this was going to be fun.
I feel like I've not only let you down.
So if you were part of cultivating this list, curating it, if you will.
Well, the minute you would have brought it up, I would have said I can't help you. I have seen it, but I might have seen it many years ago. It's not something I ever said I need to see that again.
This really stinks. Are you a fan?
Uh-oh.
I was afraid you would come in here.
And I know this is just for me and the audience. So what they
I'm gonna let you go.
What they say.
Put Don on a single. Put Don on a single.
Yeah,
Get
please,
me out of this.
Please, because
Don. This is Don solo.
Why get a reaction to somebody falling asleep, right? So, please, just me, all right?
Don Solo.
And
is Don Solo
I'm speaking
now?
to the right
Can I get
camera.
up?
It's Don Solo.
All right, it's Don
so
Solo.
go about your business. I'll give you a subject to talk about, a top 5 that you're interested in. So I'm talking to the audience. So what they say in the business is when you're talking on the air, pretend you're talking to somebody. So usually I can just talk to Jacob, Anthony, or my co-host, but today I'm actually talking to you, the listener, the person that might be into the movie Spinal Tap, which I thought was every human being walking the planet, and apparently the 3 guys that I've walked with, between 2 of them, you couldn't rub together 2 experiences of watching the movie. So I'll just do this for you guys, and hopefully I'll get a nice reaction on social media from it. Top 5 quotes from the great movie Spinal Tap from 1984. Not the reboot, the original, 1984. Number 5.
I think he's right. There's something about this that's so black. It's like, how much more black could this be? And the answer is none. None more black.
None more black. When they get their album and it's Smell the Glove, and the idea they had for the album cover wouldn't pass the censors, so they just had a black album, which was crazy because then a few years later, Metallica would have their black album, and you've got the Beatles' white album, but from there. Another one that I think is a classic, and this is number 4.
I'm really influenced by Mozart and Bach, and it's sort of in between, though. It's like a Mach piece, really.
What do you call this?
Well, this piece is called Lick My Love Pump.
I'm laughing to myself because this is classic stuff. When Nigel's playing Spinal Tap, playing the piano version, is beautiful, lovely song, and the name of it is Lick My Love Pump. We all know, if you're a fan of Spinal Tap, they had a history with drummers. This is number 3.
Good drummer.
Great look, good drummer. Good drummer. Fine.
What happened to him?
He died. He died in a bizarre gardening accident some years back.
It's really one of those things. It was, the authorities said, best leave it unsolved, really.
They had a problem with drummers. One of them actually spontaneously combusted, which could be another quote. Will it be one of the top 2? We'll see. But here is quote number 2 from Spinal Tap.
I, for one, think that the problem was that the band was down. I think that the problem may have been that there was a Stonehenge monument on the stage that was in danger of being crushed by a dwarf.
They have a song, Stonehenge, and they want to have the Stonehenge behind them. And instead of feet, they did inches when they put it together. And it ended up being very small. And they had dwarves dancing on the stage and almost crushed it. And obviously it was not received well by David Sade Hubbins, and that is number 2. And, of course, the true classic. I think even Alan knows this quote. It is one of the biggest quotes in the history of music. It gets quoted even by people that have never seen the movie. This is number 1.
You're on 10 here, all the way up, all the way up, all the way up. You're on 10 on your guitar. Where can you go from there? Where?
I don't know.
Nowhere, exactly. What we do is, if we need that extra push over the cliff, you know what we do?
Put it up to 11.
11, exactly. 1 louder.
Why don't you just make 10 louder and make 10 be the top number and make that a little louder?
These go to 11.
You've heard that before, Alan, right? Of going to 11. Please tell me you've heard that. That's number 1. So none more black, number 5. Lick My Love Pump, number 4. The drummer, don't even bother investigating it, number 3. The dwarf, 2. And number 11, number 1. Another one that was in the acknowledgments was considered was Billy Crystal as a mime, saying mime is money, which was great. The other one with one of the drummers that spontaneously combusted is like thousands of people spontaneously combust each year, just not widely reported. Alan, there's nothing going on tonight. Devils and Golden Knights aren't till 10. Just go home. Your wife, watch Spinal Tap.
Spinal Tap.
And who's home? The kids, wise?
Everybody. The house is packed.
And your youngest is 9?
She's 10.
10. Believe me, it's not appropriate for her, but she needs to learn. We'll have her watch.
I'm taking Zach and his girlfriend out for dinner tonight in the city, so it'll be a little bit later, so they'll all be asleep.
Get Pizza Hut, bring it back to the house.
Pizza Hut.
And enjoy this movie. I'm telling you, they will thank you. They will thank you for it.
For you, I will make sure I consume this movie before we resume a show again on the other side of the calendar flip.
All right, I'll ask Anthony and Jacob.
I'll watch it before Damian Woody.
That's what I was going to ask. What do you think is going to happen first? Alan watching Spinal Tap or Damian Woody watching Napoleon Dynamite?
I'm going to take Alan.
Who is all in on the show? The one person here that's all in on the show.
Yeah, but things do get away from you. You're a busy person.
Yeah, but
You're more busy than Damian Woody.
I am very good at multitasking. I consume a lot of different things at the same time. I can handle it.
I mean, if you're looking for it, it's on HBO Max, so.
I have it.
All right, there you go.
All right.
I put up a poll.
I go watch it on the train going home.
The poll just came out. Have you seen Spinal Tap? No, 72%.
Oh, Don, I'm sorry.
Oh, we have morons that listen to the station. No, I'm kidding. They're high, and they don't remember.
They probably just don't
That's
remember.
what it is. The other quote that I had from 3 with the drummers.
I feel so
is,
bad.
one of them, of course, choked on his own vomit, and the quote is, "You can't really dust for vomit," which I thought it's such a great move. Wait, 72% say they didn't see it. It's because we've got a lot of younger. But you know what? I know the Civil War happened. All right, I wasn't alive for that. My dad wasn't alive for that. My grandfather wasn't alive for that. My great-grandfather wasn't alive for that. I know about the Civil War.
Are you equating the Civil War with Spinal Tap?
All right, I'll go movies.
Think about
have you seen The Graduate?
War,
I've
how
seen
it changed the world.
Right.
Not just the country, the world.
I think Spinal Tap changed just as many people because there's more people. Did you see The Graduate?
Of course I saw The Graduate.
Man, that was a year before I was born. I managed to see it. 2001: A Space Odyssey came out the year I was born. I saw it.
I saw both of those.
Right? Way before Jacob was born. And all of a sudden, 72%. I don't like our audience today. How about that?
Real quick. Would you?
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
Oh, absolutely.
Like,
what's that?
With a smile on my face.
70s,
and a
90s.
Cigarette in hand, smiling face.
Right now.
Yeah.
What?
Right. Hot tub time machine, go back, still would do it.
Oh, The Graduate.
Alan, Dan and Don, back in the summer one year, prevented me or said I would not be allowed to come to work if I didn't see Office Spaces the night. Because they did an office. This is exactly what happened. They did an Office Space list, and I was like, I've never seen this movie.
See what happens sometimes, though. You get some people that they bully you into liking what they like.
He hadn't even seen Slapshot, and he's a hockey guy.
I don't understand.
So you're talking about Anne Bancroft? Yeah. She's no longer with us. So you can't say the whole now.
No, we said. Oh, you said now.
Yeah, he said now.
Well, you're like that.
Is he?
Oh, he's like that.
First of all, I didn't even know she was
All right,
yet.
That's on me. Dial it back a little bit.
Yeah, there's a lot of words that can be said that would be very appropriate for Jacob, but not appropriate for our audience. I don't want somebody taking their kid home from school and having to explain what the word that popped into my head means.
Yeah, I understand.
But I didn't know Jacob was into that. Awesome.
He's into a lot.
Awesome?
Hey, well, good for him, you know? Listen.
We have great lunch conversations.
I guess technically it's a victimless crime because that person's no longer with us.
Exactly.
For over 20 years at that.
The only one.
She's been gone 2 decades.
The only one hurt is somebody that walks in. That's the only one that gets hurt.
That would create
hard for that person to see it.
A lot of damage.
Yeah.
1-800-919-3776. There's a lot going on. I got something to ask Alan. We're talking about the Knicks. We're talking about Week 16, which begins. For some reason, Alan thought today, but it's actually tomorrow.
Yeah, I wish it was. How about the Yankees?
The Mets and Yankees thing. There is a new Met that used to be a Yankee. That's I'm going to say that their pitchers all seem to be coming from the same place. Don Hahn Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
Round 1 of the college football playoff. Let's go! Friday, Oklahoma hosts Alabama. Then on Saturday, it's Miami at Texas A&M. Followed by Tulane at Ole Miss. And finally, James Madison at Oregon. Round 1 coverage, Friday and Saturday on 1050, 880, and the ESPN New York app.
Friends, it's football season, the best time of the year. You should be out there tailgating, cheering on your team, and enjoying every Sunday. But if you're dealing with neck pain, back pain, sciatica, or nerve pain, even getting off the couch can feel like a challenge. You don't have to live like that. There's help. Dr. Jay Shaw at Sandwell Pain is New Jersey's top pain specialist. He's Ivy League trained, double board certified, and is dedicated to helping you get back in the game. Here's what makes the difference. No surgery, no scars, no long recovery, no pain medication. Just precise, non-surgical image-guided procedures that deliver real results. Dr. Shaw treats neck pain, back pain, joint pain, migraines, nerve pain, and sciatica with a plan that's customized for you. Same-day and next-day appointments are available, and with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood, relief is always close. So don't let pain keep you on the sidelines this season. Visit SandwellPain.com to call, text, or book online. Most major insurances are accepted. That's SandwellPain.com. Relief is closer than you think, and it starts today.
Right now at Bay Ridge Honda, experience the wonder of holiday savings with the 12 days of deals during Happy Honda Days, like the Accord SE, only $299 per month, or the all-wheel drive HR-V LX for only $269 a month. The 12 days of deals on now during Happy Honda Days. Plus, receive thousands in benefits and savings with their Bay Ridge Plus Advantage plan. Upfront pricing, total peace of mind. Visit BayRidgeHonda.com. 39 months lease, 7,500 miles per year, 2026 down plus tax, tag, and fees. See dealer for full details.
At Jake's 58 Casino Hotel, we're celebrating this holiday season with our $155,000 Slay the Road drawing, including your chance to win a new Land Rover Defender and $10,000 cash. Earn entries all month long, then be here on January 1st between 12 and 3 p.m. when one winner will be drawn every hour to win up to $20,000 cash. At 4 p.m., one lucky winner will win a Land Rover Defender and $10,000 cash at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel. If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
The holidays are here, and Amazon Pickup is your MVP of package pickup. Need that perfect gift like a brand new jersey for the big game? With Amazon Pickup, you can grab your order from secure Amazon lockers or counters near you on your schedule at no extra cost. It's fast, it's easy, and it keeps your holiday surprises tucked safely away. So whether you're running from work or heading to the holiday party, Amazon Pickup makes holiday shopping worry-free. Find your nearest Amazon Pickup location at amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
For over 100 years, Slomin's has been your trusted partner in comfort. When it comes to home heating oil, we deliver more than just quality fuel. We deliver peace of mind. With price protection, automatic deliveries, 24/7 service, and up to 30 days to pay your invoice. Our dedicated team is just a call away, ensuring you stay warm and comfortable all winter long. Slomin's, New York and New Jersey's largest heating oil provider, proudly serving our community for generations. Give us a call today at 866-GET-HEAT or visit oil.slomins.com.
The Winter Savings Event is right now at Bay Ridge Mazda. Lease the 2025 Mazda CX-30S for as low as $169 per month, or the 2025 Mazda CX-5. Select for as low as $229 per month and get as low as 0.9% APR financing rates on select models. Plus, enjoy 1 year complimentary of Bay Ridge Plus benefits like ding and dent coverage, key replacement, windshield protection, and roadside assistance. Visit them in Brooklyn or online at BayRidgeMazda.com. Bay Ridge Mazda, where confidence comes standard. See dealer for details.
Clinton Yates here, and the holidays are upon us, full of gatherings, toasts, and plenty of cheer. And if you're like me, you want every moment to shine. That's why I head to Total Wine & More, where you'll find it all at the lowest prices, from rich whiskeys and smooth tequilas to festive liqueurs and elegant champagnes. And if you're not sure what to grab, their guides will help you find bottles that impress. You'll always find what you love and love what you find, only at Total Wine & More. Spirits not sold in Virginia and North Carolina. Drink responsibly. Be 21.
Getting more as a MyLowe's Pro Rewards member is easier than ever with the Lowe's app. Download it today and earn 500 points the first time you log in. Plus, your digital wallet helps you scan, save, earn, and access what you need to manage it all in one place. Download the Lowe's app and take advantage of your Pro benefits today. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid 12/1/25 through 1/7/26. Offer valid for first login per organization only. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Additional restrictions apply. Visit Lowe's.com/terms for more details. Subject to change.
From the regular season to the Super Bowl, ESPN New York is your destination for football. We've got crazy fans.
If the Giants somehow beat the Cowboys, I'm going to take a dump on your head.
You can feel good because you're a damn football team. Expert analysis.
Marcus Spears joins us now, ESPN NFL analyst Damian Woody.
Mel Kiper Jr.
The Hall of Famer Steve Young.
He's kind of our resident general manager, Louis Riddick.
We got Mike Tannenbaum right now.
And all your fantasy and wagering needs. This is ESPN New York. We are football.
There we go.
Attaboy.
That's a classic. One of my favorite movies. Oh, by the way, the list was driven by Ramsey Mazda. It's the experience of driving a new Mazda and buying a new Mazda from Ramsey Mazda. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. God, you get Simon and Garfunkel to do your soundtrack, right? Write songs for it. In 1968? 67?
Crazy.
That's like a home run, man.
Yeah.
That movie's so good.
I
wouldn't. You know what? I would not be surprised if you ran it up the poll, Anthony, that 100% of our audience didn't see The Graduate, and you make me sick.
No one.
Because
no one saw this movie?
It is perfection. It is amazing. It's funny.
So good.
It's well acted. The story is tremendous.
It's got moments.
Oh,
there's some moments
in every way, shape, or form.
Oh, yes, sir.
And you want to? I don't even know if Jacob knows it.
Mm-hmm.
Not only is Mel Brooks hilarious, and he's 100 years old now. God bless him, or he's going to be soon.
Right.
God bless him. One of the funniest people on the planet. But not somebody that you would say is a looker. He married Anne Bancroft.
Is she taller than him?
Like by like a foot and a half.
A lot, right?
Because I'm telling you, a way to a man's heart is food through his stomach.
Yeah.
When you make women laugh, I'm telling you, you can look like a troll. If you make them laugh, you got a shot, man. You have a shot. It's very weird. Want to pass our condolences off to Paul Gagne, one of the original Devils, passed away. I'm seeing the Devils just tweeted it out. One of Nancy's favorite players growing up.
What? That's a strange pull.
Very strange.
Jake.
And the reason I bring it up is because out of nowhere, 2 days ago.
2 days ago.
2 days ago.
Right.
Somebody without comment. On Monday. Tweeted out a picture of Paul Gagne to me.
Just with no context.
No context. So
here's a photo.
I tweeted back, Paul Gagne. And then people started talking about that team and who he used to play with, line mates and all that stuff.
Okay, so.
And then 2 days later, he's gone.
What?
Paul Gagne's dead. He died. So I'm wondering was somebody were they tweeting me that maybe he wasn't well or they knew something?
Check in on him?
But just send it's scary.
Yeah.
Like out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It wasn't like you sent me I'm the Devil announcer. I'll send a picture of Martin Brodeur or Bobby Holig.
It's almost like your Twitter is like the Reaper.
Dude,
if you get another
that's scary.
Random Devil sent to you, don't open it.
But it was just so weird. He was number 17, and I just remembered that's Paul Gagne.
Wow.
So let me ask you, is that just completely random, spooky, or did somebody know something and just sent it out to me? Maybe he knew that he was sick, or I didn't hear anything.
I like to say coincidence is God's way of being anonymous.
You remember Mel Bridgman? He passed away like a month ago.
Okay. Did you get a picture of him?
No, I was not sent a picture of him. Now you know what people are going to do. They're going to be sending like just random pictures of me without comment.
That's coming, right?
I don't.
Yeah.
No. But I just thought that was
that's kind of creepy.
That was creepy. So, God rest Paul Gagne. 1-800-919-3776. Let's get back to the busy phones. A lot of people want to talk about this thing that apparently nobody's supposed to care about. Let's go to Brian on Long Island. You're on ESPN New York. What's up, Brian?
Hey guys, how you doing?
Good, man.
Big fan of the show. Alan, just to let you know, I'm also a pioneer. LIU.
LIU, yes. God bless. I mean, you talk about we don't exist, right? We don't exist anymore. Wiped clean.
Yeah, we're the Sharks now.
Where did you stay?
Whatever.
Where was your dorm?
I didn't stay. I'm from Hicksville.
So you commuted.
All right. So
I commuted in college.
That's a good thing.
I was on the soccer team. Yeah.
Nice.
Anyway,
All
I
right.
got an answer for you. Again, soccer player.
Okay.
You guys familiar with the Champions League?
Yes.
No.
Yeah. You guys know what the winner of the Champions League gets?
What?
They get money.
Yeah.
They get money.
Mm-hmm.
You want to make the NBA Cup matter. All right? Let me ask you this: what's the biggest thing that's happened in the NBA over the last 2 years?
The biggest thing that's I
don't know.
Help me out.
It's the new CBA agreement with the
the broadcasting deals. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, and the second apron and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Now teams got to. All right, so the winner of the cup, the teams get the money, right? The players get the money. Tyler Kolek gets to buy his mom a house, but the New York Knicks get 30 again.
Cap space. We've heard about.
Yeah.
I don't think that's.
It's not crazy.
No.
I don't know if you can give a lot, but you could probably give some cap space.
So when you get this cap space, is it for next year or is it for the current year? And you can now go trade for somebody and put them under, like that. See, things like that. I love the call. First of all, because he's a pioneer, so fellow LIU Post guys. But second of all, because I do think because of what Mad Dog said, as crazy as he is, and we love him for it, but, inauthentic, that's probably the worst thing you could say about the NBA Cup, and you can argue that he's not wrong. If I'm Adam Silver, I have to find a way to make it more authentic. So what do I do? What is real about this? What are you really gaining other than a trophy and some money for the players? Okay, what if we gave you an automatic bid to the playoffs? What if we gave you cap space? What if we gave you cap relief where, now, honestly, you're below the apron? Whatever it is. Is there something that can affect your business?
But to get back to my point from before,
all right,
as long as it's making money and it's doing well in the eyes of the league, they're not going to do things like this. And you just wonder as it grows. Because I remember when we first doing games together
for a player,
right? But
in December,
I get it. But what I'm saying is, you want to do something grandiose to make people interested. Maybe just time. This is only the third one, right? And there's still a lot of basketball fans that are asking, why is the court different? I don't think people have grasped exactly what it is.
So you think, let's say 5 years.
Yeah, over time, this might grow into being a big deal.
It just becomes a thing.
Yeah, it might become a thing over time. Right now, it's something new. We all hate new things. And I don't want to, you start attaching stuff to it. I just think if you give it a little bit more time. Now, if we're talking 10 years from now, boy, people just aren't interested. Either get rid of it or do something like this.
Okay.
In the third year, now you got a big. The Lakers win it the first time, but no offense, the Bucks aren't exactly a national team.
No, the Bucks.
But the Knicks winning it. We'll see what the numbers were on Amazon Prime last night. If the numbers are good and the money's coming in, and Emirates is giving whatever they're giving to sponsor it all, they're not going to change a damn thing. But in the eyes of the fans, I think over time. Remember, the Super Bowl wasn't a big deal when it started. Because the NFL's like, I already won my championship. Why I got to play this bogus league? And then now it's the biggest thing in the world. I don't think it'll ever get to that level. But let's see. I bet you next year, maybe Knicks fans might be a little bit more interested defending this. And maybe they'll win a championship this year. And they'll allow themselves to have other things that they can have fun with if the banner that they really want is swinging from the rafters. 1-800-919-3776. We got some baseball. We got some football. We got ENN at 6. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg until 7 o'clock. Then it's Ty Butler on ESPN New York.
Every aspect of your business will operate better and faster with artificial intelligence. AI is a race, and companies that act first will win. Thrive Managed AI is your advantage over all your competitors. Thrive partners with you on a smart, secure AI strategy for your business. Then they deploy and manage it for you. Be first and win the race with Thrive Managed AI. Start with a complimentary strategy consultation at thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. That's thrivenextgen.com/ESPN.
There's a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. During the More to Move You event, lease a new 2025 Mazda CX-5 2.5S all-wheel drive for $229 for 36 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for details. VIN S077553, MSRP $30,920. Zero security deposit. Ends 1/2/26.
Now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks, guys. Staten Island Expressway westbound just jammed heading over to the West Shore. We had an earlier crash over by Richmond Avenue. Damage is done. Delays go back across the Verrazano onto the westbound belt in Brooklyn from Flatbush Avenue. All of your approaches the outbound George pretty bad aside from the Henry Hudson. New problem spot on the southbound Deegan. It's a broken down SUV on the ramp to the Cross Bronx. Delays there go back on to 87 in Yonkers. Cross Bronx westbound, they cleaned up that collision involving a couple of tractor trailers by Webster Avenue. Still not moving much there from the Bruckner on through. Inbound George about 10 to 15 for the upper deck. Outbound Lincoln, your best ride at 20 to 30. Outbound Holland going to run you 45 plus. This report is sponsored by the New York City Department of Transportation. Speeding ruins lives. Drivers, watch out for pedestrians and cyclists and slow your turns to less than 5 miles an hour. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Listen up,
Never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
As America's #1 motorcycle insurer, Progressive has your back.
Oh, like replacing my bike in case of an accident?
Progressive's total loss coverage can help with that.
Great. And you also agree with me that my riding club should ride to the aquarium instead of cruising around a mountain, right?
Actually, we just do insurance. We don't vote in riding clubs.
Nice. 2 votes for the turtle exhibit.
To be clear, Progressive has your back for insurance only. So get a quote and see if you can save.
What are you, some kind of turtle hater?
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Covered subject to policy terms, limits, and conditions.
Whether you're building a single roof or a successful roofing business, roofing contractors like you need the right tools for the job, and software is no exception. Service Titan is on a mission to be the most powerful software platform for the trades, with purpose-built technology proven to maximize revenue, streamline operations, and deliver 5-star customer experiences. We are taking roofing companies like yours to the next level and beyond. Service Titan. We are built for this. See what we can do for roofers at servicetitan.com.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station.
5:01 to the big city. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg hanging out with you until 7 o'clock. It is now time for some Tullamore Dew, because when it's game time...
It's Tully time.
The only local in action, the Devils, they'll be in Vegas to take on the Golden Knights. That'll be on TNT at 10.
That's why you're here.
That's why I'm here. And that's why I've got a flight tomorrow night to Utah.
Oh, boy.
Never been. I was there as a layover.
Oh, it's beautiful.
But that doesn't count.
But it's really beautiful.
And I heard it's a kind of cool. I'm not going to be there long. I got a late flight, get in, do the show from the hotel, go to the arena, do the game, and we're leaving right after the game because the Devils have a game on Sunday. But anyway, Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cast matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. Quickly to the baseball, the Mets have signed Luke Weaver to a contract. So the Mets now have another closer
That's a lot.
on their team. Actually, 3 closers if you consider that's what Holmes did as a Yankee. Weaver did it as a Yankee. Devin Williams did it as a Yankee. And they're all now Mets. Last season, 4-4 with a 3.62 earned run average, 64 2/3 innings, 72 strikeouts. So not too bad. Going to be 32 years old. And now another former Yankee comes here. I'm sure it's just coincidence. It's not like Stearns came from the Yankees. He came from the Brewers. But, listen, whatever he thinks is going to work. So some more options coming out of the bullpen. And apparently the Yankees were not in on bringing Luke back.
Yeah.
So does that send up a red flag if you're a Met fan that the team that had him had no interest in bringing him back?
He really fell off. He got hurt last year. He was so reliable out of the bullpen. In fact,
was.
Boone really trusted him.
Mm-hmm.
And
when there wasn't, he was a part of the circle of trust, right?
He was in the circle of trust. It is true, and we did that. But he actually was used at times as a closer because he seemed to have that bulldog mentality, that ability to kind of not wilt under pressure in big moments. Mm-hmm. But last year he kind of lost it, and it might have had to do with injury. It might have, I don't know, but he really lost it, and his confidence shattered. But Don, it is kind of weird though. Can you name all of the former Yankees who became Mets under Steve Cohen?
Oh, under Steve Cohen. I was going to say,
by the way, it's a lot.
In history?
It's a lot.
Well, I just named the 3 that are coming out of the bullpen.
Right. All right. So let's start with the manager.
Yeah, Mendoza was an assistant under Aaron Boone.
Right. Luis Severino.
Mm-hmm.
Harrison Bader.
Yes.
Luis Torrens.
Mm-hmm.
David Robertson.
Mm-hmm.
Gary Sanchez. Now it was brief, but
very.
Buck was the manager also.
Okay,
that
that's
counts.
a good one.
That
doesn't not count.
Right. Ottavino.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yes.
Robbie Cano.
Oh yeah, Robbie Cano.
Right.
Yeah.
Huh? I mean, it didn't sound like that, but that's like I said. David Robertson. Epler.
Yes.
Epler. I missed Epler. Okay. Am I missing anyone else?
Soto. You mentioned
Juan Soto. My God, the most obvious one.
We are just looking at the list now. This is since 2019.
Now, how many Mets became Yankees?
Well, back in the day under Steinbrenner,
right?
You had Doc, you had Darryl, you had
Tony,
Kevin Elster. Rafael Santana.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there was a lot. It happened a lot. But
not recently.
No.
Oh, no. Although you do have Ahmad Rosario. He's back.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Now, these are, just looking at this list, Weaver, Williams, and Soto, and Holmes.
I forgot about Clay Holmes. That's right.
Were all direct Yankees to Mets.
Yep. What about Dellin Betances?
Yeah, that was a brief one.
That was brief, wasn't it?
But was that
under Cohen?
I think it was pre-2019.
Or was that further back?
Because you can go back. You can go back.
It blends
to Hernandez because he was a Met.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of these guys were, between. Like Cano went to Seattle.
Yeah, of course.
Ottavino bounced around different places and eventually ended up on the Mets.
This is not just they didn't
direct to Mets.
Right.
There's only been a handful of, but it is kind of. I don't read much into it. I like Luke Weaver if he's healthy. Right-handed arm coming out of the bullpen when he was healthy. You just said he was in the circle of trust.
He's good. Yeah.
But these are ancillary moves, man. We're all waiting to see where's Bellinger going to go. What's going to happen here? We're still hearing the rumors about, is Miller coming here from San Diego? Mason Miller from San Diego. Like, there really this has been slow. Like, we're heading towards Christmas here. Today's December 17th. We've already been past the winter meetings.
If they don't make a significant move, now it's not up to them.
Either team. That's the other thing I get asked all the time too. Is when are the Yankees going to make?
It's been quiet with the Yankees, and I think it's on. I think it's really like this is what they're going to do. I feel like the Yankees' plan was to see what they could get out of the bargain bin before spring training when some players, that thought they were going to get bigger deals, the market dries up, and you're like, I'll get you on a discount, come here and have a big year, and then you can bet on yourself, right? So that could be more of what the Yankees are looking at this year. But from the Mets' perspective, it's really based on what you were saying the other day. They've got 2 days, and if nothing gets done in 2 days, and that's not up to the Mets now, because a lot of time it's up to the player. But if they don't get anything done, it's going to get lost in the holiday.
Well, no, there's no question. Now, let me ask you, as a Yankee fan, you obviously want Bellinger back.
I do, yes.
Isn't that really it? I don't think they're going to do anything with their rotation, even though they're going to start the year with guys hurt. I don't think they want to bring in guys, pay them, and then have them do nothing when these guys come back.
That was made clear. That was made clear. We'll survive until May when most of the starters come back.
So really, I know there's a lot of fans that want certain things.
Mm-hmm.
But realistically, other than bringing Bellinger back, what is there to do if you're the Yankees?
Well, I mean, I thought Volpe's days were numbered, but that's not.
That doesn't mean they think that.
No, they clearly don't, because they were already talking about when Volpe gets back in May. Another guy that's going to be back in May. And maybe that shoulder thing that they kept pretending wasn't a problem really was a problem, and that he'll start finding it.
And then that's going to be fine.
Yeah, you hope so.
And
third base is again.
And Rice is your first baseman,
and
right?
Rice, it feels like that's your first baseman.
Now, there are fans that would like to improve on these positions.
Well,
get a third baseman that's a little bit more offensive instead of McMahon at third. Try to improve first base instead of Rice. But honestly, bringing
McMahon is not a full time.
But if they bring Bellinger back, isn't it possible that your team is now set in the eyes of Hal and Brian?
Unfortunately, because of the Trent Grisham situation, I think that's where you're at.
And with the rumors about them not wanting to go over 300, all these Yankee fans, when are they going to do anything? Really, what you're asking is, realistically, is when are they going to re-sign Bellinger?
Yeah,
that's it.
That's what they're
now.
hoping
If they
to
lose Bellinger, that opens the door. Then now they got to get on their horse.
Got to get right now. No, they'll claim that. Well, we still have the Martian, we still have Spencer Jones. Like these are great situations for our young players to step up and take the job. And would you be shocked if Bellinger doesn't re-sign? That's what they do, and instead of chasing someone else,
I think
they just say, no, these two young guys will battle it out for that position, and we'll go with that this year. I don't. People need to take Hal Steinbrenner for his word when he says that I'd like to stay under a number. And if we can, let's do it. And they don't have to go get a left fielder. They've got two in the organization.
And it's a matter of, do they believe in them? Now, we've seen Dominguez, and he's been hurt, and he was playing out of position.
He also was, yeah.
So you could say that we haven't seen the best of him. And we haven't seen Jones yet, unless you've gone this Somerset or Scranton. But again, I keep saying it, but I believe I'm right. I think he turns 25 in May.
Yeah,
so at some point,
they had to protect him.
At some point, you're going to have to blank or get off the pot with him. He's either on your team or you're going to have to trade him away.
And here's what you do: like you have also now, what you do is you go into the season, you go halfway through the season, and you give it a shot. If it's a miserable failure and neither guy steps up and takes the job, trade deadline, you get a little active, right? That's how you got to look at it. And it's the same situation with Volpe. For those that might be screaming and yelling about Volpe and why do they hang on to Volpe, I saw my good friend Hembo suggested, boy, Bo Bichette would be an amazing fit offensively for the Yankees.
Yeah,
but he'd be
defender.
a terrible fit shortstop. But you also remember that Lombard Jr. is there, and they think he's going to be
he'll be 20?
He's 20, yeah. And they still think it's a year too soon.
Bo Bichette is starting to tell you.
But he did have a great spring last year.
Let's see what kind of spring he has. And you could always then create the idea that, well, that's the guy at shortstop anyway. Why are we going to sign anybody big? I've been screaming this from the rooftops for a long time about the Yankees. They brag so much about their farm system, but we rarely get to see it developed into players who become great players on your team. In fact, we rarely get to see it turn into players who become great players elsewhere.
Bo Bichette is starting to tell teams, allegedly, that he's willing to play second. Are you of the belief that the Jazz stuff is not smoke, of possibly trading Jazz, signing Michael King? Is that the pivot of
I think Yankee fans would be happy with that.
If Bellinger doesn't happen. I don't think Bellinger, King, and Bichette all happen. I don't think that's the thing.
Do you like Jazz, though, for what he does bring to the team?
I like Jazz. I'm not against. I don't want him.
Power,
I wonder if they
he's got
do.
Some swag. He's very athletic on the bases.
Do they like Jazz?
Yeah, I think they do. Bichette gets hurt. I mean, if he's bad at short, okay, maybe it's range, but is he a good pivot? Like, is he good at second? Can he,
He certainly can hit.
But we know he can hit, and they're all about offense, and they're all about those numbers. And they do, problem is if you keep adding starting pitching, what are you going to do when everybody's healthy? I know it's a good problem to have, but still. That's not, but still
a problem.
They love Michael King. They never really, they having to put him in that deal for Soto was something that hurt, but the ability to get him back wouldn't be so bad. That's interesting.
No, it is.
It is. But I wouldn't be surprised if they really were extremely quiet this offseason, and if Bellinger walks, which I still don't think he will. I think he'll stay. But if he does end up going somewhere else, I do think they'll just say, well, we have two guys that are young, and they're going to fight for it. And if by June it's terrible and you're getting nothing out of that spot, then all right, well, we're going to have to trade for somebody.
Well, that's the hope, is that they can always, they're still good enough to be there, and then can they make deals?
Yeah, the Yankees going to be a second-half team next year. I think that's Captain
But
Obvious.
if you are committed to not adding any salary, then that means you're going to probably have to send somebody that and then becomes like an NBA thing, right? Even though you don't have a cap, it's like I don't want to be over 300. So if I'm going to make a trade for a guy that's making some money, I got to make sure that I send somebody.
You won't be over 300 because it's half a season. When you trade in July,
that is true. But overall, because I think part of the 300 number is because I think they're anticipating that's going to be what the cap is. So they want to kind of be there for the offseason. So I think that all is certainly a part of it.
Totally agree, man.
Let's hear from you, 1-800-919-3776. Jose in Connecticut. You're on ESPN New York. What's up, Jose?
Hey, my guys. I have a question about the Knicks, but before that, I just want to say thanks to you guys, man, because, you're right. Alan, especially, you were saying, we're damned if we do and damned if we don't. If we celebrate too much, oh, my God, look at these clowns on 7th Avenue. They ain't won nothing. And then Yankees fans, the ones that complain, they're like, oh, you should enjoy the ride. But, other teams, I see, the Warriors and the Raptors, their fans are outside having concerts. They're like, oh, this fan base loves their team. They celebrate. And it's like, we can't do anything. And it's just, I'm tired of the anti-New York.
Jose. I don't know what it is, man. Don, I don't know if because again, I don't think in hockey it's the same way. I think Toronto, the Maple Leafs fans get made fun of in that sport, like Knicks fans.
They haven't won forever.
But I don't think even for in baseball, I don't think people make fun of Yankee fans or Met fans for being happy. In the NBA, for whatever reason, what Jose's saying is absolute gospel. He's not. That's not hyperbole. You will see another team win, And their fan base will have this just massive. It's like, such a dedicated fan base. Look at that. They're so happy. They don't care. It's just this game. They love it. Knicks fans have fun. It's like clowns. Look at them. They overreact to everything. I don't understand it.
Well, because I think I don't want to sound like an
Is
arrogant
it obnoxious
New Yorker.
Because of that video? KD, don't you wish you came to the Knicks? Like that whole thing.
Because,
do you think it started then?
It starts with New York gets the attention even when, in their eyes, it's not deserved. Like when a team wins championships, like when New England was getting attention, Golden State's getting attention, right now Kansas City with a ton of attention. That seems deserved in the eyes of men. He's like, they're winning Super Bowls.
Yep.
That's what comes with it. But, boy, look how often, the Knicks and Rangers are on national television, no matter what their record is. Like, listen, the Rangers didn't make the playoffs last year. They may not make the playoffs this year, yet I think they're only like one shy of the most nationally televised games in the NHL.
Well,
like,
market.
why?
The market.
Because it's the market. And they're like, yeah, because it's the market. So look at the attention the Rangers get, even though they've won one cup in 85 years. Look at the attention the Knicks get, and they haven't won a cup. They haven't won a championship since 73. Look at all the attention the Jets got. They never do anything, but they were on Hard Knocks. And look at all the nationally televised games they got when they had Aaron Rodgers. Didn't win. Giants still get a ton of nationally televised games, even though they can't get out of their own way. The Yankees, it's a different story because they deserve it. Mm-hmm. But I'm sure there's people like, the Mets. What have the Mets done? Yet they seem to get. I think there's a perception around the country that we get way more attention than we deserve because we just happen to be in New York. Right? There's other great arenas
but it's more
in the country.
fun.
Why is Madison Square Garden the world's most famous arena?
Because it is.
But that's the arrogance that somebody in Nebraska listening would go, why? How many championships has the Garden had since they literally since 1968? The new Madison Square Garden.
I know, but nobody says, boy, I can't wait to play at Cornhusker Arena.
Well,
but everybody wants to play.
Everybody
the
wants to play in New York. Everybody wants to go to New York for the most part, right? New York teams are always the ones that are the first mention whenever there's a big free agent, the landing spot. He's going to go. Like even with the Quinn Hughes rumors, like it was interesting to me that of the teams that lost out, because Minnesota got Quinn Hughes, where they were talking to the Devils, obviously because his brothers play there, the Detroit Red Wings, and the New York Rangers. Like why?
Who are in on everything.
Yeah, it just seems like whenever there's a big goal, the Yankees and the Mets.
What if he came there?
It's and I can understand it rubbing people the wrong way in certain markets that are looking for attention, who feel like their teams are better, right?
And should
yet
get
they
more
don't
attention.
Get, and they don't get the attention, and New York does. So now I think that,
but there's so much
ignore
joy.
it.
There's so much joy in the misery of a New York fan around the country. It's unbelievable. There's joy in their misery.
Oh, yeah.
And so when they see happy, they don't like it.
And also, and I learned this from my father, because my father was one of the great haters on the planet. And I say that with all the love and all the confidence. That when he didn't like something, it was forever. Like, you couldn't win him over. He took pride in not being won over. So the fact that New York really hasn't won anything in now going on decades, it's not going to make them shut it off. Like, New York can never be the little engine that could. There could be great stories of teams that, like when those Giants won with Eli, 9-7 winning the Super Bowl, 10-6 winning the Super Bowl. Do you think people around the country are like, oh, go New York? Oh, I love the little story of the legend. You're always the big engine when you're in New York. Even when you stink, you're still the big engine when you're coming from New York. I'm sure they go through it in L.A. too. I'm sure the Lakers, they got a lot of haters. The Dodgers certainly have a lot of haters, right?
Yeah.
Like there's certain markets where you're always going to be the underdog when you shouldn't, right? Philadelphia and Boston, some of these cities they're always the underdog because, they're going up against the big bad, New York, and it's tough to be the underdog in New York, Chicago, L.A.
It's just no one has won here for such a long time.
But like my dad, if you hated New York because the Yankees always won and the Giants always won, and you hate New York because of all the attention they get, all of a sudden not winning a championship since 2011, isn't going to make them all of a sudden fall in love with you. They're still going to hate you. Now, maybe the next generation has a little bit of different situation. Nobody's going to cry in their pillow for anything that happens to the Lakers. The Lakers have won a ton of champions.
Yep.
Same thing with even like New England. There are people, you still hate the Patriots. This is a great Patriot story. Belichick's gone. Brady's gone. This is a fun story what New England's doing, and yet you still hate them because you can't turn it off. You can't turn your hate off. A.J. Dewey is a 70-year-old man now.
Well, that's the Dolphins.
And you still hate the Dolphins.
Yeah.
The Dolphins, they soil themselves. Dolphins haven't won. How many playoff games have they won in the last 30 years?
No.
Yet you still hate them.
Yep.
So those people that hated New York in the 80s are still hating New York now. And the Knicks are a part of that. And what I would say to the people in New York who I'm talking to right now, who cares what you think? What do I care? We live in New York. It's the greatest city in the world. If you want to hate us, hate us. We're going to go about doing what we want to do. If we want to raise a banner, we'll do it because we want to do it. If we don't want to raise a banner, we won't because we don't want to do it.
No.
What the trolls say, what somebody on SportsCenter says, what somebody on NBA TV, who cares?
Yeah.
Why do you care so much what other people think? Most of those people couldn't handle living in New York. They would cry at the traffic that we go through. They'd cry at the prices that we pay. They'd cry at the weather that we have to suffer through in December. And it's not even technically winter.
Nope, not yet.
Not till Sunday.
No, a couple more days.
So why do we care what other people think? If you believe, the only thing that you should care about is what your God thinks, your parents think, and your boss thinks. And technically, only one of those really count because the boss is the one that controls your finances. So if I have a choice between God, parents, and boss, I'm going to choose boss.
Really?
Because I want to stay employed, okay?
I don't know about
No, I'm just saying. And God isn't going to be able to let me know his approval. Believe me, I'll hear it from my mom. But the boss, come on, honestly. Maybe I should leave God out of it. Parents and boss.
Right.
You know what? Choose boss because you know what? He's controlling the purse strings.
It's true.
But some guy in Oklahoma that's going to tweet, "Oh, you won the cup." Your punishment is you're in Oklahoma. Your punishment is that you have to drive 30 minutes to get milk. That's your punishment.
From a cow. And you gotta pasteurize it yourself.
Right. Don't you understand the meaning of that drop? You know the drop, Jacob. Fine, you know what drop I'm talking about. I'm not even going to say it because we're so in sync today with the music. You know the drop, what this drop means. Play it. This isn't North Dakota. This is New York. Thank you. So why would you care what somebody in North Dakota has to say?
I just couldn't get over, just how much, the fun sponge.
No
that
fun.
Existed.
Championship.
It's unreal.
And then
something that was just so benign. It was so benign.
Yeah.
It was.
Well, this is.
That was cool. That's all it was.
It's what Michael used to always call the Yankeeization. That's kind of what's happened now. But championship or nothing. Championship and now what happens is when you do win the championship, well, go win another one.
Yeah,
you only got one.
I've always said this: if the day came, and if I see it with my own eyes, I am blessed forever. But if the day came, the Knicks finally won an NBA championship, before the parade even happens, the back page story would be, yeah, but they're not good enough to win another one. This is a one-off. This is not going to be anything long-term.
When the Rangers won the cup.
Unreal.
I think about this all the time. When the Rangers won the cup, and they're taking the picture with the cup on the ice, what is Keenan and the team chanting?
I don't remember.
You don't remember?
1940?
No. Heave ho, 2 in a row. That's what they're saying. Heave ho, 2 in a row.
Oh, I didn't realize that's what they were saying. I remember the heave ho. I didn't know it was 2 in a row.
Heave ho, 2 in a row. But they're taking a picture with the damn cup that they hadn't won since 1940.
Yeah, put your
and
name
it's heave
on
ho,
it
2 in a row.
Yeah, put your
and
name
that
on
was
it before you say
30-something
that.
years ago.
Oh,
That's what happens now. And I will tell you as a fan that has seen teams win, growing up a Devil fan, growing up a Met fan, growing up a Giant fan, I felt more tension the year after a title because you feel like you want to live up to the expectations and the targets on your back, and you want to prove that the championship you won was no fluke.
So right.
And you'd feel the 87 Mets, the 87 like they were painful seasons because they didn't even go to the playoffs the next year.
I told you that run for the Yankees in the late 90s. As much fun as I had, 96 was so much fun, right? Like 98,
but 97 had the feel.
97,
yeah.
When that Cleveland series ended, I walked. Actually, got on a mountain bike.
I remember, yeah, you told
middle
me.
of the night from Stony Brook. Everybody who knows that this area of Long Island. I went all the way to Port Jeff on a bike at like 1:00 in the morning, and I didn't have any. It was Forrest Gump. I didn't have a reason. I just had to go somewhere, and I just kept going, and I was mad because that's how you feel. But I'll tell you what, those 5 years with the Islanders.
You didn't have to worry.
That was like,
that's. But it's not even like getting eliminated stunk, but like not even making the playoff. Like how desperate I felt,
right?
Because you wanted to like prove that it was justified. 1-800-919-3776. More of your phone calls. We've got Anthony Pusick-led ENN coming up at 6. Don Hahn Rosenberg on ESPN New York.
Hi, it's Andy in Stone Country. Steel Tools. Check off the wish list with instant savings and free battery offers on select Steel Tools. Shop online or in store. Our coldest December in years is also one of our snowier ones. With frequent snowfall and nonstop snowmaking, there's no better place to be than the mountains right now. Shawnee Mountain with the 8 trails of machine-groomed snow. They'll have some nighttime terrain later in the week at Shawnee Mountain. Camelback moving on to 18 runs. There's tubing terrain and day and night skiing. Mountain Creek fired up for 17 rounds of machine-groomed snow. They ride until 9 o'clock at night. Mount Peter during the week open until 6 o'clock at night. They have 5 trails ready to ride. Wyndham moving on to 22 runs, while at Ski Butternut, 10 trails and machine-groomed snow there as well. More snowmaking at Stratton as they're up over 60 trails for the midweek. More expected for the weekend. Smuggler's Notch, Vermont, America's family resort where family fun is guaranteed. Visit smugs.com. Get more ski conditions and ski resort details at snowcountry.com. I'm Andy Davis.
The Winter Savings Event is right now at Bay Ridge Mazda. Lease the 2025 Mazda CX-30S for as low as $169 per month, or the 2025 Mazda CX-5. Select for as low as $229 per month and get as low as 0.9% APR financing rates on select models. Plus, enjoy 1 year complimentary of Bay Ridge Plus benefits like ding and dent coverage, key replacement, windshield protection, and roadside assistance. Visit them in Brooklyn or online at BayRidgeMazda.com. Bay Ridge Mazda, where confidence comes standard. See dealer for details.
New York Lottery's holiday scratch-off games are the perfect gift for everyone on your list.
Like me, your Aunt Jules. I told you I didn't need a gift this year, but I secretly really want one.
Or me, your neighbor Frank. I hope you didn't forget I'm coming to your holiday party tonight.
Or me. Why does no one ever think of the voiceover guy? Anyway, New York Lottery's holiday scratch-off games have more winners and top prizes up to $5,000. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
ZipRecruiter.
Now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks so much, guys. We're going to start off in Jersey. New York Sirens are home at the Rock in Newark. If you're heading that way, 280 westbound just jammed with a crash right after 21 in the Stickle Drawbridge. Bumper-to-bumper ride and backed up into Harrison. Inbound George, stick with the lower deck. That'll run you about 5 to 10 minutes. Upper level, about a 20 to 30-minute ride. Best of it's the outbound side. Henry Hudson, that's about it. Deegan southbound, they're picking up this broken-down SUV on the ramp to the Cross Bronx. Delays there, go back on to 87 in Yonkers. Northbound Deegan not much better. You're backed up across the Triborough into Queens and up onto the Bruckner. Outbound Lincoln, your best ride at 20 to 30. Outbound Hahn, you 45 plus. This report is sponsored by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you're not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Visit mad.org. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This one's for the flavor fanatics. Sour apple 5-hour energy shots don't mess around. They bring the bite. Tart, tangy, and packed with tasty caffeine, this little 2-ounce bottle punches above its weight. With zero sugar and as much caffeine as your favorite 12-ounce coffee, it's the kind of pick-me-up that keep your taste buds happy without the crash. And it doesn't stop at sour apple. There are 17 bold flavors waiting for you to discover. Pick one up in store or stock up online at 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon today.
One 1-800-919-3776. A lot of people want to talk about the NBA Cup and the Knicks winning it.
It's a Vegas song, right?
What do you mean a Vegas song?
It's a song about being in Vegas.
Oh,
and
I don't
being
know.
Down on your luck.
I never really paid attention.
And how you just had to keep going back to that table. And then you find yourself just getting, like, it's just you're getting deeper and deeper in the hole. And life is just getting worse and worse.
Oh, that's why I don't gamble. Not a Vegas guy.
It's a great song.
Not in Vegas tonight. Devils are in Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
Tough loss for the Rangers.
This would have been your only trip to Vegas, right?
Yeah.
So that sucks. You didn't get a chance to go to Vegas.
Didn't go. And I told you about, Penn Jillette's wife. Went to see Penn and Teller over the summer, and I met his wife, and because I had an extra ticket, and she had family coming in. She's like, next time you're in Vegas, I'll hook you up with tickets. I'm like, I'm going to be in Vegas in December. And then I get the national schedule, and TNT took the game. So
TNT.
John Forsland and Eddie O are going to be on the call.
Well, all right, Eddie O, we can live with Eddie.
But that's going to be at 10 o'clock.
Forsland's good too, by the way.
Very good. Really good guy too. And the Rangers lose to Vancouver. I understand it's like the fourth time they lost to, at the time, the worst team in the league. Since the deal, Vancouver's 2-0, and Demko's a really good goaltender, but still didn't have a ton of shots. And they again, 6 times they've been shut out at home. It's an NHL record. 6 times in 17 home games they've been shut out.
Do we need another letter?
Incredible. And and that was a tough loss for the Islanders. They had the
Mayfield penalty.
Yeah, and Waugh complained about it after the game, and it was a tough goal for Sorokin to give up because I forget who it was that fronted the puck, blocked the puck on the power play on the kill. And the puck went right back to DeBrincat. It could have gone anywhere
on a tee,
and it just right there. And it would have been a really tough save for Sorokin. So they lose the game 3-2 against Detroit. But not a total up. Pittsburgh lost in the division last night. As I said, the Rangers lost too. Devils get Brett Pesce back.
Okay.
It sounds like Jack Hughes is skating with a stick, but still. Not really close. I think it's going to be after the new year that he'll come back.
Wow.
And I didn't hear, I didn't look at the lines yet to see if Timo's returning yet or not from his personal situation. That's what's happening with the hockey. The Knicks are back in regular season form against Indiana tomorrow. So we'll talk about that, certainly. We've got a Thursday night football game to die for tomorrow with the Rams and the Seahawks. And is it an interesting, the vibe that we got from Booger? Is the kind of the vibe that everybody has about Sam Darnold. They're rooting for him. He's had a really good year.
But
Seattle, if they beat the Rams, they'll take over the 1 seed in the NFC. They're going to the playoffs. But nobody thinks this kid can win a big game. I'd love to see it. It's going to be tough. I'd love to see him put that away. And, of course, last year they played the Rams late in the season, lost. Played the Lions. Then they played the Lions in the playoffs, lost.
Yeah.
And I look at those as Viking losses, not Sam Darnold losses, but that's not the way the world looks at it. And if he goes out there and spits the bit tomorrow, then it's going to be he can't win the big game. He'll win you 10, 12 games, whatever, but he can't win the big game. And it looks like the Rams are the team to beat, but boy, we could be talking on Friday.
Listen, give me
if he wins that game, that the Seahawks could be a team that can go to the Super Bowl.
And they're the home team. Keep that in mind. So you're home, you should win the game. Now,
but they barely beat Phillip Rivers at home.
I know that. I don't know what that offense really struggled.
Was it 6 field goals? They really struggled.
But like when you say a quarterback that can win you 10 or 11 games but can't win you the big one, as long as that quarterback's under 30, like I'll keep winning 10, 11 games a year hoping that at some point he breaks through. Now, that sounds a lot like Dak Prescott, doesn't it?
Yeah, sure does.
And Dak Prescott won, 12 games or 10 games and couldn't win the big one when it mattered most. And now they're going through a whole rebuild. But, give me that quarterback, though, that can win in the regular season because he's capable, he can run an offense, and all that stuff. Put me in that position, and at some point, I've just got to get over the hump with this player, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's why, again, as Booger said, like how people in New York feel about watching Sam Darnold do what he's doing. And it's like, no, I don't feel good at all.
Well, you don't feel good, but there's got to be a part of you that's rooting for the kid. He's such a good kid. I'd love to see him do well.
Absolutely true.
Yes. I'd love to see it, but it's going to be tough. But that's a great game. So we'll be with you tomorrow again at 3 o'clock. We'll have that guy Thursday. All that stuff happening, and I'm looking forward to that. All right, let's get back to the phones. Tony in Tampa, you're on ESPN New York. What's up, Tone?
Boys, how we feeling?
Good.
Tampa Tone.
There we go. So, yeah, all right, listen, personally, I think this NBA, if you raise a banner for an NBA Cup, I personally think it's ridiculous. Now, I wanted to ask you guys, because the first day I stepped in Tropicana, the first thing I noticed, other than it being a dump, was they raised their wild card banner.
Yep.
Now, Don, you don't think that's a little ridiculous?
Yeah, wild card banners.
They got crushed for this.
Well, because it's not a thing. Like, there's division champions, there's conference champions. There's no such thing as a wild card champion. That's made up. The NBA Cup's not made up. You may not like it, but it is a thing. They have a trophy for that. They don't give you anything for going to winning the wild card.
You just get to keep playing.
Yeah, that is fugazi.
Now, if they change, all right, let's say they give the champion an extra draft pick, right? That's going to benefit the team. I feel like this championship right now is only benefiting the players with obviously the money that they're making, right?
I agree.
So if that does change, then I feel like everybody would be like, oh yeah, raise the banner. It's going to help. It's going to help this franchise moving forward. Right now, it's just like a made up kind of thing, and people.
Tony, what if, like I said, I thought it's aggressive, but it does give it some authenticity. The winner is you win a playoff berth. So in December, you're already guaranteed to be a playoff team. That's a pretty freaking big deal.
So Alan, you're saying if the Sacramento Kings happen to win an NBA Cup title, regardless of their record, they're the 8th seed.
Now, whether you want to give them the 10th seed at worst, so if you finish higher, fine, you finish higher. But if you don't have like something drastic happens to your team, or like you said, you have a team that's struggling, but they just happen to get hot at the right time, early in the year. If at worst you'll be the 10th seed, at worst, which means you're in the play-in. I mean, it's still something, right?
Yeah, no. If that happens, which they should do that, they should do something like that, and I guess I do believe everybody would be on board with that.
Because the worst thing that happens is this. A bad team gets the 10th seed, so now only 9 spots are available.
Right.
But a good team that would win the Cup, you're going to be a playoff team anyway. So it's not like it's going to take away from someone else. You're probably going to end up top 6 as it is.
True.
But all it does is sort of give you like that exhale of, all right, playoff berth already locked. We don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
Is that crazy?
No, it's not crazy. I don't think they would do it.
Why not? Again, like I said, most teams that won the Cup so far have made the playoffs.
I don't think they have an appetite to make any changes. Now we'll see what the numbers were for Amazon, but
I keep checking.
I am sure, because you could do it better than I can. But as you start to travel and you start running into NBA executives, I bet you they're thrilled with what's happening with the Cup. I think they're thrilled with the numbers. I think they're thrilled with the money. They're thrilled with the reaction. I bet you they're thrilled. And if they're thrilled, they're not going to make any change. The only time they're going to make a change is if there's 2 ways. Number one, it really falls off and no one cares.
Teams don't want to do it.
Or, as we said yesterday, somebody of significance gets hurt And now all of a sudden people are like, I don't want to play in this meaningless game.
Thank God that didn't happen.
We've got to come in. Well, close.
Towns
right.
had the calf thing. But
it was a little
seems
close.
Okay.
But otherwise, I don't think they have an appetite to change it. But to the caller's point about it meaning something, what if the Knicks win the championship?
Mm-hmm.
All right? And guys like Towns, who hinted about it yesterday, and Brunson refer to, I don't know if we would have done this if we didn't win the Cup. I think that gave us confidence that we can win big games. And it's constantly being referred to. You're not going to have any problem with that being up there because you're going to look at that as a tool that got you the championship. Now it becomes part of the year.
Yeah, the players all said that. A lot of them, to a man after the game, talked about moments where we were under pressure and how we responded. And there was a lot of that.
But that only works if you win.
By the way, the injury report is already out for tomorrow.
Oh, boy.
Man, I told you, if it were me, because of the travel schedule and the intensity and all the other stuff, is Indiana at Indiana with a back-to-back on Friday. You're home against a really hard-playing Sixer team. I might consider some load management in this game. The injury report tells us this. The Knicks have 4 players who are listed as questionable.
Okay.
And 3 of them are starters.
Well, Towns, I'm assuming.
Towns. It's his left knee soreness, so it's not the calf. Mitchell Robinson, and that's expected because it's the injury management with the ankle. It's a back-to-back. He won't play in both, so he wanted to play in the home game.
He was great last night.
He had 10 offensive rebounds.
Yeah, he was amazing.
Josh Hart.
Okay.
He has an abdominal strain.
Okay.
You see what he did, by the way, to Brunson?
Yeah.
Goosed Brunson with his thumb. In all the moment, think about this. In the moment you're being handed the trophy, I told DiPietro, I go, he is you as an NBA player.
Yeah, I could see him doing that.
That's why he's like, I love him. Like that's because who else in that moment is thinking the minute Jalen grabs this cup, I'm poke my thumb right in his butt, and that's what he did. So it was ridiculous.
So Mitch,
please don't save that.
No, well,
because that's out of context.
We will see.
And last but not least, along with Josh Hart, OG Anunoby.
Okay, who was the star of the game?
Yeah. So 4 players who played significant minutes in the game last night are listed as questionable. Doesn't mean they're not going to play, but already kind of like giving you the idea that, and 3 of them are starters. So that is the residual effect.
Here's the issue: is for the haters of the Cup are going to say, all right, so we won the Cup in a game that doesn't count towards the standings, and it comes at the expense of us losing a game that does count towards the standings.
I agree.
That's just going to add fuel to the fire of, hey, and then it becomes like the home run derby then too. Like, what if the Knicks end up then losing to the Sixers and they'll start blaming the Cup. See, maybe if they got eliminated and weren't playing, we would have beaten the Pacers and the Sixers. Now we're 0-2 since we won the Cup and it becomes a curse. It's still very fluid how people are going to feel about this in the positive and in the negative. 1-800-919-3776. E&N's coming up at 6. We're taking up until 7 today. We've got a full show.
Full frontal.
Up until Ty Butler filling in for Dan Grassa here on ESPN New York.
Hey guys, the holidays are here, and I want to tell you about Amazon Pickup, the ultimate convenience play. We all know Amazon is part of everyday life, but Amazon Pickup takes it to the next level, especially during the holiday rush. If you're on the go like me, you could send your orders to a secure Amazon Pickup location that works best for you. It's a great way to keep gifts a secret until it's time to wrap them. Life doesn't slow down this time of year. Amazon lockers and counters are located near you, so no matter where your day takes you, your package is ready when you are. For me, Amazon Pickup gives me the flexibility to grab gifts and packages on my schedule, whether it's on a quick lunchtime break, during my commute, or while the baby naps. It's simple. Order online, and at checkout, just choose the pickup location that's most convenient. You'll get an email confirmation when it's ready with instructions to pick it up. Quick, secure, and always at no cost. Check it out for yourself. Go to Amazon.com/pickupmvp to learn more. That's Amazon.com/pickupmvp.
Round 1 of the college football playoff. Let's go! Friday, Oklahoma hosts Alabama. Boomer! Then on Saturday, it's Miami at Texas A&M. Followed by Tulane at Ole Miss. And finally, James Madison at Oregon. Round 1 coverage, Friday and Saturday on 1050, 880, and the ESPN New York app.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings during the More to Move You event. Lease a new Mazda 2025 CX-50 2.5S Select with all-wheel drive for $199 for 36 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for lease details. VIN SN385912. MSRP $32,795. Zero security deposit. Ends 1/2/26.
When equipment breaks down and operations come to a halt, every single second counts. So why is your maintenance team spending 60% of their time doing anything but turning wrenches? MaintainX is the AI-powered maintenance and asset management system that helps your team get back to actually fixing breakdowns. No more searching for manuals. No more hunting down parts. No more drowning in paperwork. With MaintainX, your team can access manuals from anywhere, create new procedures in minutes, and turn voice notes into clear and complete work order feedback. What used to take hours now only takes minutes. Keep your operations moving, not your paperwork. Join over 11,000 maintenance teams that are already fixing more and filing less. Try MaintainX for free today. Go to maintainx.com/AI. That's maintain in the letter x.com/AI.
New York Presbyterian treats more heart patients than any other hospital in New York. From common to complex conditions, our cardiologists and heart surgeons are pioneers in advanced heart care, leading the way in minimally invasive treatments for faster recovery times. Find a doctor at nyp.org/heart. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian. New York Presbyterian Hospital based on U.S. News and World Report 2025 to 2026 Cardiology, Heart, and Vascular Surgery Rankings.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want to boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
The NBA is happening Christmas Day. 5 games, one unforgettable lineup.
That's what Christmas is all about.
Buckets for breakfast, breakaways for dessert. It's the holiday tradition.
Christmas is our day.
With star power from across the globe.
The stars, they are going to be out.
The best gift, you don't even have to unwrap it.
We want to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year!
NBA Christmas Day begins at noon Eastern on ABC and ESPN.
The Winter Savings Event is right now at Bay Ridge Mazda. Lease the 2025 Mazda CX-30S for as low as $169 per month or the 2025 Mazda CX-5. Select for as low as $229 per month and get as low as 0.9% APR financing rates on select model. Plus, enjoy 1 year complimentary of Bay Ridge Plus benefits like ding and dent coverage, key replacement, windshield protection, and roadside assistance. Visit them in Brooklyn or online at BayRidgeMazda.com. Bay Ridge.
Yeah, very eclectic music.
That was
today.
random. Now you just went right to that. Like you just pulled, like you were on a road, you were just cruising down this road, you saw a turn, you just took the turn, and then you don't know why.
Yeah, I told Anthony coming in the segment, I said, I punted on the segment, I hope they can't tell.
It's like I get his GPS going, recalculating. Like that's what's happening right now.
Yeah, he's gone off-road. 1-800.
I don't hate it.
No, it was good. 1-800-919-3776. An old friend, Guns, wants to go off on the cup. First of all, before you go nuts, how are you?
Don, congratulations, my man. I'm doing great, man. Doing great. In Nashville and in New York, got a lot of things happening.
Where are you now?
So, things are going very well. I'm calling you from Nashville. I'm listening on that good old app that we've got.
There you
urge
go.
everybody else to listen to as well. How you doing, baby?
Good, man. Miss you.
Congratulations, by the way, man.
Thank you.
Both of you and all three of you, actually. But I got to call it. All right, so here's the deal, all right? I don't mind the Knicks celebrating because, listen, they played great ball. But the issue is Adam Silver shoving this down our throats, pretending that this really matters. It's not so much the Knicks aspect of it, but it's that he's telling us that we're supposed to care. And the issue is that we don't. It truly doesn't matter, and we know it doesn't matter because they're not even raising the banner. So for everybody on social media, I saw this all day today, fellas, that people were like, oh, well, the European soccer cups, they all matter. Well, guess what? It's the third year, and we're not even raising a banner. So you can be sure that the NBA is not stoked about that. But that's the issue. I mean, they went on a win streak. You can't tell me as a fan that I'm supposed to be head over heels or that there should be a banner up about an insignificant victory. That's all I'm saying.
Well, and that's why I opened the show, Mike, with I'm upset that they're not going to raise the banner because then it puts into that narrative that it really doesn't matter. If it does matter, then what's so wrong with putting up, the Knicks 2025 NBA Cup champs? And nobody's saying that it has to be anything other than that. But when you're not putting the banner up, I mean, what did I watch? None of the stats count. It doesn't count in the standings.
It delegitimizes it immediately. So, like, for the soccer fans, they're like, well, Arsenal won, 9 different cups, and it shows how important it is. It's the third year we're not even really celebrating it. So, and as far as I saw somebody else say something about the the Rays celebrate their wild card. They have a banner for that. You've also got the Mystic. They have a banner up for 2002 attendance record, and then you've got the Colts for one of them. They were AFC finalists. So I mean, there are random banners, but.
You're right. Listen, it's all in the eye of the beholder, right?
The Jets could put that up. AFC finalist, 09,
right.
10.
Oh, Mike, thanks, man. I mean, maybe we'll hook up when the Devils are in Nashville. I love him. He's such a great guy.
Gun show.
Really does a tremendous job with all the work that he does, and he filled in for Imus back in the day. He is amazing. Do you know in 1993, the Toronto Maple Leafs, who lost in the Western Conference Final,
lost to Gretzky.
To the Los Angeles Kings.
Mm-hmm.
Had a parade.
I don't remember that.
They did. They had a parade.
Stop it.
No.
No.
Yes, they did.
No.
Look it up. They had a parade.
Wendell Clark on that team?
Wendell Clark.
Who's the goalie?
Dave Andrechuk. Felix Potvin. Yep. You had Doug Gilmour.
Yep.
Wow. Pat Burns was the coach.
Pat Burns was the coach.
One of my favorite people on the planet. He passed away 10 years ago.
They had a parade losing in the
and hadn't won a cup since '67. Because I guess
they were booing Gretzky. They were booing Gretzky at the Maple Leaf Gardens.
Well, they were and there was also a high stick that wasn't called.
Yeah.
There's a.
By the way, '93, the year that if the Islanders did get past the Canadiens, they would have won the cup.
And you know who the Toronto Maple Leafs should blame for losing Game 7?
Game 7. No, who?
Mike Myers. The story goes from Saturday Night Live and of course, all of the movies and everything like that. Wayne's World. Big Leaf fan.
Right.
Grew up in Toronto.
Yeah.
Knows Wayne Gretzky, obviously, because he's in Hollywood.
Yeah.
And he asks Gretzky for tickets to Game 7. And Gretzky's like, all right, sure, I'll get you tickets. And he gets some tickets right, center ice on the glass. During warm-ups, he sees Mike, and Mike's decked out all in Leaf garb. He's like, I got you tickets, front row, Game 7, and you're wearing Leaf stuff? And he said it motivated him. Ticked him off. I think he had a hat trick in that game.
First.
Not that Wayne needed any motivation. I'm just saying that
you know what?
Maybe if you didn't give a little extra.
I woke up Game 7 of the conference final, and I wasn't that motivated.
I
wasn't feeling it. And then I saw you, and I'm like, oh, now I'm fired up.
Well, I'm just saying that he told that story. He didn't have to tell it.
Come on.
Listen,
I'm calling that one.
But you don't think they're Leaf fans? They're probably rioting around.
It's amazing.
Myers, but it's all like certain organizations are going to treat things different way. Do you? What did I say? Do you, right?
Do what's best for your business.
You want to hang a banner for, the best attendance? You want to hang a banner for, nobody died? Right. Whatever you want to do, that's you. Have fun.
What's best for your business? That's what matters.
Yeah.
And you know what's best for your business?
What's that?
Because from the most mundane to the most complex, you want to operate orders of magnitude better and faster. And you can do that when you add artificial intelligence. AI literally a race to the top, Donnie. Companies that engage AI first will win. Will that be you, or will it be your competitors? Will it be the Leafs, or will it be Wayne Gretzky's Kings? We know the answer to that one. Thrive Managed AI is your advantage over all your competitors. Founded by tech powerhouses, Thrive partners with you on smart and secure AI strategies for your business. Then they deploy and manage it for you. Imagine AI solutions working across every part of your business, automating support, powering chatbots, analyzing competitors, even managing billing, collections, and orders. That's just a taste of what Thrive Managed AI can help you achieve. It makes your talented team even better by letting them focus on what they do best. The race to the top will be won by those who engage Thrive Managed AI first. That needs to be you. Go to thrivenextgen.com/ESPN and get started with a complimentary strategy consultation. That's thrivenextgen.com/ESPN, thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. Donnie?
Let's get back to the busy phones and talk to David and Elizabeth. You're on ESPN New York.
Donnie Bucks, Hollywood High, what's going on, bro?
What's going on?
Hey, what up, fellas? Hey, can I just get a baby small runway? I just want to say something real quick, and I'll make it as quick as possible because I know people want to talk. So, a lot of people think that, that we shouldn't hang the banner. And honestly, I think they should. Just like I think they should also retire Melo's number. But, they're not doing that. But I do want to say this. I want to give praise to our organization. They played their tails off last night. The backcourt played really well. They gelled as a team. They fought through adversity. It was an entertaining game. Vassell, Castle, Wemby, Dylan Harper, man, they were going at it. And it was beautiful to see.
They got some good players, man. They're going to be good for a while.
Exactly. And our captain, he came up big. Everybody came up big, man. And it was just beautiful to see, man. I was just really happy for all.
You know what? I'm so glad you're doing this. I'm glad you're doing this because, Don, we just spent the majority of the show only talking about whether or not you should be happy about them winning. You know what we didn't talk about? The actual game.
I know.
And the performances. And things that were done, like Tyler Kolek came out of nowhere. Had the game of his life.
He did.
OG Anunoby playing like a guy that he had better be an all-star. All-star voting starts today. Fans can start voting NBA all-star. He should be an all-star. What a find he is. Think about like the trade they made back in January 24. And at the moment, you're like, wait a minute, R.J. Barrett, Emmanuel Quickly, you're giving up two young pieces for this guy. He has done nothing but help the Knicks win. When he's in the lineup, they have a...
Yeah, he was great last night.
I mean...
Him and OG were the MVPs of the game.
Fantastic. What Mitchell Robinson did on the boards. All this stuff that... And then, of course, the closer, right? What Brunson does in big moments, despite the fact that defenses are there to stop him. There's so much about the game, just performance-wise, that we should have talked about, but we didn't. So I'm glad you did it. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, David, for the phone call. Appreciate it. Let's go to Danny in Centerport. You're on ESPN New York. Danny.
Hey, boys. I'm not sure if I'm going to get a chance, so just real quick with the happy holidays, Merry Christmas.
You too, man. Merry Christmas, Danny.
Enjoy your loved ones. I'm sorry to get off the Nick talk, but I just wanted to piggyback on something that you guys talked about with Booger. Listen, I love the guy, and there's no doubt his football smarts are off the charts, and I get it all. But to try to tell a Jet fan, and just hear me out here, right? So here we are, we stink, right, Alan? We absolutely stink.
Yep.
We're barely going to be competitive next year. Then you're going to tell me we're going to hold on for 27 to draft a quarterback that we hope we get right. He has to develop now, so he has, a rookie quarterback season, right, like all the rest of them. I mean, maybe whoever this person might be is halfway decent. So you're trying to tell me, as a Jet fan, for 50 years at this point, that I'm going to have to wait until 2029 or 2030 to possibly be competitive or be a playoff football team? I mean, at that point, we're going to have lost our minds. The coach will probably be out the door again, and we'll be in this hamster wheel.
But what's the alternative, Danny? You don't have a quarterback. You need to find the quarterback.
You know
so
what,
do you
Don?
do?
I'm glad you're saying that. I'm sorry to cut you off, but my thing is Put your chips in and go get an established quarterback that you can get right now somehow, some way. Call the 4 or 5 teams that have the upper echelon quarterbacks and give them an offer they can't refuse.
That's why, Danny,
right?
we got to go because we're up against it. That's why we talked about the reindeer games with Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about Kirk Cousins. Forget that. Try to go after Burrow, or somebody like we've been talking about that. But hey, you need 2 to tango with that. Then what if there isn't anybody? Get a stopgap like a Cousins and try to finish 9-8 and sneak into the playoffs? I feel you. But this regime doesn't think about the previous 15 years. They weren't a part of that.
Remember, Boog said to get that quarterback, though. It's Jameis Winston.
Jameis Winston.
1 year.
But I don't know if Jameis Winston's getting you to the playoffs or how competitive you're going to be. ENN's next on ESPN New York.
At Jake's 58 Casino Hotel, we're celebrating this holiday season with our $155,000 Slay the Road drawing, including your chance to win a new Land Rover Defender and $10,000 cash. Earn entries all month long, then be here on January 1st between 12 and 3 p.m. when one winner will be drawn every hour to win up to $20,000 cash. At 4 p.m., one lucky winner will win a Land Rover Defender and $10,000 cash. At Jake's 58 Casino Hotel. If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
New York Lottery's holiday scratch-off games are the perfect gift for everyone on your list.
Like me, your Aunt Jules. I told you I didn't need a gift this year, but I secretly really want one.
Or me, your neighbor Frank. I hope you didn't forget I'm coming to your holiday party tonight.
Or me. Why does no one ever think of the voiceover guy? Anyway, New York Lottery's holiday scratch-off games have more winners and top prizes up to $5,000. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Hey, this is Mika Zibanejad.
Hey, this is Adam Fox. Catch every Rangers game right here on 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
Now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks a million, guys. I hope you have a great rest of the night. Get home safe and quick. Not an easy ride trying to make your way inbound across the Hudson River. Over at the inbound Lincoln, a crash on 495 eastbound right before the Helix. Delays go back on to Route 3 from the Turnpike Western Spur. It's about a 30 to 40-minute ride. Not much better at the inbound Holland using the Skyway approach. A crash over by the Tunnelly Circle. That's going to run you about 30 minutes in building. Stick with the inbound George if you can. Upper Deck just about a 15 to 20-minute wait. All of your purchase, the outbound George, are packed aside from the Henry Hudson. Cross Bronx westbound, bumper to bumper from White Plains Road on through. Outbound Lincoln, your best ride at 30 minutes. Outbound Holland going to run you 45 plus. Long line of brake lights on the LA eastbound heading over to Jericho Turnpike in Nassau County. Packed from right out of the Midtown Tunnel in Queens. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Listen up, New York. It's football season, and you should be out there enjoying every play, every tailgate, every moment. But if you're dealing with neck pain, back pain, joint pain, or sciatica, even getting off the couch can feel like a challenge. That's where Dr. Jay Shaw at Sandwell Pain comes in. He's one of New Jersey's top pain specialists, Ivy League trained, double board certified, and dedicated to getting you back in the game. Here's the difference. No surgery, no scars, no long recovery, no pain medication. Just precise, non-surgical, image-guided procedures that get real results. Dr. Shaw treats everything from neck pain, back pain, migraines, nerve pain, and chronic joint pain. And he builds a custom game plan that's right for you. Same day or next day appointments are available with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood. And yes, most major insurances are accepted. So don't let pain keep you on the sidelines this season. Go to SandwellPain.com to call, text, or book online. Relief is closer than you think, and it starts today.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at EnduranceWarranty.com.
If your car is out of warranty, one major repair bill could wipe you out. Just ask Ludacris.
Car breakdowns can wreck your wallet. Without Endurance, a worn-out timing belt could cost you $1,700. A busted transmission, that's $4,000 easy. An engine meltdown, $7,000. But if you've got Endurance, you could never pay out of pocket for a car repair again. With Endurance, your car's most expensive parts are covered. Plus, you pick the mechanic you trust to do the work. With Endurance, your rate stays the same no matter how many claims you file.
If your car is under 20 years old, Endurance has you covered with unlimited miles. Plus, your plan includes 24/7 roadside assistance anywhere in the country. Choose the name Ludacris trusts, Endurance. Right now, get $300 off any plan, plus a year of elite benefits, a $2,000 value, free. All backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee. For your free quote, call 800-431-8958. 800-431-8958. 800-431-8958.
This is an ENN Special Report. Now reporting.
The very handsome Jewish man, Peter Rosenberg.
We should talk some sports. Do what you want. It's ENN.
Peter Rosenberg!
6:04 in the big city. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Another hour to go. Take you up until 7 o'clock. Peter is on assignment. So that means that Anthony Pusick is going to be handling ENN. How are you, honey?
I'm doing great, Don. Alan.
Doing well, sweetie?
I have heard from Peter today, and I think we will get to that in ENN because it was troubling.
Oh?
But let me start with my good evenings. Good evening to Don.
You could die. I don't care as long as I get to my Mahjong game on time. I see. I don't think I had a clean day.
You didn't have a clean day.
I
Tell me where we missed it.
I think you missed. If you want to have a nobody died banner.
Well, yeah, the nobody died banner is something.
What franchise in all of sports, of the 4 major sports, would have a banner that said just celebrating the fact that nobody died?
Colorado Rockies.
Like a whole year went by and we didn't lose
No
anyone.
one died.
No one died.
Nobody died.
No one died. 2025.
Colorado Rockies. Alan.
The minute Jalen grabs this cup, I'm going to just poke my thumb right in his butt.
Now he put the context.
I told
He's a good man. He put the context.
Yeah, he did.
It could have been a lot worse.
Could have been because you laid it. It's not your thumb.
No.
But I didn't. You don't.
If it starts with I'm gonna, we have a problem.
Yeah.
It's a problem. It's a problem for everybody involved, and it probably doesn't make it. And me, I guess. So we're going to get the back end of Peter. So here's what happened. At 4:30, I get a text with a link from Peter.
Yeah.
Via satellite.
What?
And it says, hey, tell me what the Wi-Fi address is here. I'm like, should I open this? Has he been hacked? What is going on?
Right.
I go, huh? And he says, did the link work? I go, I see a link. It leads to a beautiful place. And I finally started putting 2 and 2 together because that's all Peter gave me. I remember the conversation we had that he was going to go up to Vermont, spend a couple days, then possibly go to Montreal to see the Penguins-Canadiens game. And I said, oh, he must be staying somewhere. Seems like one of these places that very nice, very beautiful, but far out. Maybe he doesn't have service. He says no service, and he also put trapped. I'm like, this is the start of a Hallmark. Talking about Hallmark, these are Lifetime movies.
Yeah.
This is like the Lifetime on Friday nights. And I said, okay. I finally find what he's looking for and says, you're a hero. And that's the last I've heard from Peter. So I guess he was trapped, couldn't get somewhere or get into something because he didn't have service, and he needed somebody to give him the Wi-Fi for the place he was staying at, and that person ended up being me. So you're welcome, Peter. I've saved you from whatever it was that you were stuck in.
He's trapped somewhere.
He was trapped. Lost but now found.
Now he wants to probably take a hostage video. It could be that.
I have a lot of questions.
Maybe he's starting to cut his own leg off to get out from the whatever he fell into.
None of the questions I have been answered in any capacity.
See, because he had no time.
But
he needed Wi-Fi so he could get in. He could contact the authorities.
But I'm glad.
He's trapped.
I'm glad he's safe now. I think I don't really know. So that's the update that I have from Peter.
Wellness check.
We have a lot to discuss, guys, because we did a lot of NBA Cup today.
Sure.
We have reaction to Hard Knocks from Jackson Dart.
We got to do that. Yeah.
We've got Aaron Glenn talking about the Jets quarterback situation. We have the quarterback situation that's unfolding in Miami.
Very interesting.
And we have more from Joe Burrow. What would you? I'll leave the floor to you guys.
I think the Giants, right?
Yeah, we did.
We didn't get to it.
All right. Well. Unlike everybody, I decided that it would be in my best interest to watch Hard Knocks in season with the NFC.
I made it very clear.
No, you are doing the right thing.
All set.
This has been the people at HBO do a fantastic job.
They do.
This has been a chore. I have not enjoyed this at all. watching,
shows how dedicated
reliving the inside track of what happened in that game over the weekend, and seeing Jackson Dart, the shine in Jackson Dart's eyes just fade away because he is so disgusted with all the losing, hasn't been great. But the one thing that you do learn, and you do get to kind of go inside of the coaching rooms a little bit in the week, it was the D-line coach, the O-line coach, Dan Quinn, everybody saying, hey, guys, treat this guy like a running back. He likes to run, and he doesn't run out of bounds. Make sure you hit him. So the book is out on Jackson Dart, no question, and everybody knows that if he's going to be mobile, you better make sure to hit him. And Jackson Dart was asked about Dan Quinn's comments specifically because he was the one that the clip that's been going out that everybody's seeing of, make sure you hit this guy. Here's what he said.
I mean, Kirby Smart said the exact same thing every time that he played against me. So did Nick Saban. So did every coach that I played in college. So this is nothing new. Just try to go out there, play smart, and be available for your team.
What did they say? Did they say stuff like, he's not going to slide, we have to hit him? I mean, what kind of stuff did Kirby Smart and Nick Saban?
I mean, I can't, put together exactly what they said, but there was definitely a lot of interviews that, you guys can, we can all go back and look at, and this isn't like a new thing that's been brought up in my career.
He still keeps equating college to the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
This is nothing new. The guys in the SEC did the same thing, and he just doesn't. He just keeps equating it because he wants to reason it. He does. First of all, he doesn't want to put the fear in his head. Doesn't want to play scared. But he really is it that he doesn't get it, Don, or is it that he's trying to reason it with himself that this is how I play?
Right.
Everybody's been saying this about me. I've adjusted to it before. I'll adjust to it again.
That's what he's saying. And we're trying to tell him that each adjustment's harder and harder.
Yeah.
And going from college to the pros, you're facing everybody's a former All-American, right? Everybody was drafted for the most part. So the speed is different. And listen, I admire that this is his game.
Yeah.
And we're not asking him to completely change the way he plays. Just try to be a little bit smarter. And when the opposition senses there's a weakness and they're going to try to hit you, and they try to hit every quarterback. But now it's out. I think this guy could be had.
Well, look,
so adjust it.
The concussion spot this weekend was kind of bogus. It seemed like the Commanders guy should have been taken off for concussion test more than Jackson Dart because he kind of just fell, and I don't even think he hit his head. It didn't seem like it did. They showed a bunch of angles, but you're going to be obviously very careful with that. And if every coach or coaches are going to say to be violent when Jackson Dart is running the football, there's going to be a lot of that looked bad tests from the concussion spotter sitting 500 feet away and say, hey, we should probably take him off and take a look at him because he's had to go in the tent at least 5 times this year, whether it was for a stinger or whatever. That's what you're going to deal with. And to your point, Don, I know it doesn't seem like it, but there are some guys on the Georgia defense that do not make the NFL. So even when Kirby Smart says, hey, make sure you go run after that guy, there are some guys that are better than Jackson Dart. In the NFL, everybody is really good.
And you just faced a team that's going nowhere. They've won 3 games, and yet the mission statement is that we think they can hit this guy. It's one thing when it's Georgia, when it's LSU, but you do get some games where, hey, I'm going to have a picnic and I'm going to score 50 points without even trying. That's not the NFL. So I do agree with Alan that sometimes I think we do blow it out of proportion just a little bit.
Yep.
But you try to find flaws in these guys. You want to know he could be a franchise quarterback, and you can't be a franchise quarterback if you're not playing.
His confidence is something that I think people like about him, but I also think it's just something that everybody has to be aware of. You could be confident, but also be smart. Exactly. And again, I think last week was a good indicator of that. He did dive in some instances. He did not take big hits. In my opinion, maybe the Giants feel differently or other people feel differently. I think he looked better at that last week.
Yes.
In a game where there was a lot to be upset about. I don't think the way Jackson Dart played, especially with running the football, was one of them.
I agree. And for him, he's probably like, can we stop talking about me getting hurt and talk about how the rest of this team sucks?
Well, it's a great point, Alan. Jackson Dart was asked, how can the team remain positive despite this poor season?
I think that I definitely have an optimistic perspective on, where this place is going to be eventually. And I think that, every road is not the same. So, you're going to face some struggle, but I know that, when we get to a certain point, I'm going to appreciate a lot of the adversity that was faced because you're going to enjoy, and understand, how hard it is to win in this league. So I'm definitely optimistic. And, fortunately for me, I'm really young. So, there's time to make adjustments. And obviously we want it now. A lot of things haven't really gone our way this year. But, I know that eventually we're going to reach the place that we want to be. For the vets, I know it's really hard for them because a lot of the guys, they've experienced this for consecutive years. And I think the biggest thing is, for a lot of us young guys, we're telling them eventually this is going to turn around and it's going to all be worth it. So, I think that we just have a really mature team, and it's definitely hard, but we're trying our best to overcome it and, take the right mindset for steps forward.
Not every road is the same. This road happens to be the Van Wyck Expressway. Never gets fixed, always broken.
You can't get anywhere.
But there is that one construction guy that seems like he's really trying. That guy happens to be Jackson Dart.
You know what's funny too, when you hear Dart say, we tell the vets, it's going to turn, and the vet probably looks back going, "That's cute, kid."
Well, listen, I think
we said that once.
I think that
I give
vibe,
him credit though.
That vibe in the room is not as loud because one of the loud guys, and he was shown walking in no crutches on Hard Knocks, was Cam Scadaboo. Clearly, those two kind of galvanized the room together. Of we're not used to losing. We're gonna do, and they all kind of. And I'm not saying Dart can't do it on his own. But you lose him, you already lost neighbors. There's a vibe in there of, all right, this is just not going
those
very
three guys next training camp will be really interesting to see what their energy level's like. We keep forgetting. Dart talks so much now, and there's so much talk about Dart. We forget, not only is he a rookie, he's a young guy. He's a rookie. He suddenly has become not only the voice, but the face of this franchise.
Yeah.
He's all we got.
Yeah.
There's nothing else.
No.
Literally, we don't know who the coach
like
is.
Scadaboo,
We don't know who the general manager is. They've got some really nice players, but it's all predicated on Jackson Dart.
Yep.
He is the future of this franchise.
Mm-hmm.
When the new coach comes in, the first thing they're going to ask him is, what can you do with Jackson Dart? Not Dexter Lawrence, not Neighbors, not Thibodeau, Scadaboo, right? It's all going to be about Jackson Dart. What can you do with him? Can you win with them?
Right.
Let's go.
This was interesting, and we'll get to the Jets and we'll get to the Dolphins because I find those stories fascinating. But I don't know what you guys make of this. I put it in the group chat. Travis Kelce was on his New Heights pod with his brother Jason and talked about Mahomes' season-ending ACL tear in this way. He's a fearless warrior when it comes to this football thing. He's going to make sure he comes back stronger than ever. Hopefully the Chiefs can get him back as soon as possible.
Very interesting choice of words.
Travis Kelce mentioned the Chiefs.
He's done.
As the Chiefs.
He didn't say hopefully we.
Not we.
He said the Chiefs.
He's got to be done.
He gone.
Is that a sign? So that look, we felt that anyway.
Natural.
Is that a sign, Don, or is that just him?
It's natural.
I don't know if you make that mistake. I really don't think you make that mistake.
When you start talking in that way, then you already, he and
Tay-Tay?
Jason were talking, and we were talking about retirement, and Jason said he told him, you'll know. You'll just know.
I think he knows.
But I would say when you start talking like that, you're not saying we anymore. That does feel like a separation.
Now, Patrick Mahomes he already had his ACL surgery, believe it or not.
I do believe it.
And the goal for him, he says, the hope is that he could be ready for week 1. That would be something.
It's ACL. Right?
I wouldn't be in a rush to rush him back if he's not ready. But
it's 10 months.
Typical recovery time is about 9 months.
Yeah.
So I guess it's possible.
10 months.
I felt like he was going to miss a little bit of the season. I thought.
Well, you're not going to rush him back because he does, even though he's not fast as hell, he does use his legs a lot. Here's what I worry about.
If it's week 2 or 3, is it the worst thing in the world?
No, it's not. No. Now, here's what worry about. Does he gain weight?
No.
Would you worry about that, Don?
No.
He's over 30.
He's over 30, but he's still young.
He's not he's never been in the best shape.
No, but
he's got
I'd be surprised.
They were off season last year. They were criticized. They were off season pictures of him last year where he had a Joe. He was like a dad, at the park watching his kids play. He did not look
No, but
tight.
Never did, though.
No, he never did, but this was a bad look.
Yeah, he's always been a little doughy.
So
kind of reminded me of Carmelo Anthony.
Little doughy.
Little doughy. Not fat, but you know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
There's LeBron James and then there's Carmelo Anthony.
Sure.
Right?
That's fair. No, but he uses it well.
Yeah, of course he does. But I think he's going to be motivated and all that. I would think.
Let's see.
That's not the way you want to go out.
It certainly is not.
But listen, Kelce.
But if that's your natural body type, sometimes it's hard to fight it.
If Kelce had beaten the Eagles, he would have walked away.
Yeah.
And he wanted to give it another shot.
Yeah.
That other shot was not making the playoffs.
That sucks.
What are you going to do?
Yeah, that sucks.
And now your quarterback might not be ready to start the season. I think.
And by
he
the way,
understands
not having. I mean, he's had some blunders in games that have cost the Chiefs this year, but I think he's actually having a more statistically better season than he did last year, where for a large part of the season it didn't look like he was really doing anything.
No, but he's also was so dependent upon because they had so many injured players. They didn't have anybody to throw to.
And he was a security blanket.
Yep.
Alan, you want to hear about your quarterback situation going forward?
No.
Well, here's Aaron Glenn.
When it comes to our quarterback situation, Brady will be starting. All right, this game, I feel like I want to continue to evaluate him and see exactly how he's going to operate on a consistent basis. And throughout the week, Tyrod and Justin, all right, we'll see how they progress during the week to see who actually be the 2 or the 3, all right, because those guys are coming back from injury. I want to make sure that we get the person that's going to be the most healthiest to be able to operate as a 2. So I think that should clear that up.
Listen, I know Alan.
Justin, by the way, sounds checked out. You see some of the stuff he said?
Well, I know you don't. I want to say don't care. I know you're checked out. Speaking of checked out.
Yeah.
But if I'm a Jet fan, I certainly would rather see Brady Cook play.
Why?
On the off chance that there's something there.
What's there?
I don't know. Maybe there's something.
There's no there.
No. What you rather see Tyrod Taylor run out there?
No.
Put the kid out there. See
you
if he
mean,
can do anything.
as far as just entertainment value?
Oh yeah, of your options, but I don't think it's ever going to amount to anything.
I know Aaron Glenn said he could be a quarterback at some point. Can he be the backup next year?
Well,
if he's decent
that's
enough?
part of an evaluation. Are you going to be the backup? Are you going to be on the team?
So
they didn't lose in Jacksonville because of him.
No.
They lost because their defense was god awful, and their defensive coordinator lost his job because of it. I think everything is thinking about next year, and you do want to know, all right, who my quarterback's going to be. All right, I'm obviously going to get a bridge quarterback. I drafted a quarterback, but I'm going to need a backup. I'm going to need a third-string guy. This is an opportunity to see what this kid can do. I know what Tyrod Taylor is. I know what Justin Fields is. I don't know what he is. But anybody who thinks this is going to become the next Tom Brady,
no,
that's not on the table.
No. I can't. I like it's to me. This is great for him and his family. Yeah. For everybody else, for every other Jets fan, if it's like this is one of those where 10 years from now, somebody will just say, like, name a random Jets quarterback. Oh, Brady Cook. Oh, my God. Remember him?
There's going to be trivia.
Mike White.
The Jets have started X amount of quarterbacks since 2012.
Who was the other guy?
He's the one you got to remember.
2 years ago, everybody wanted him to play. He was like a dual threat quarterback.
Oh, no.
And then they played him, and it was like, oh, my God,
the kid,
he was terrible.
the Canadian football
in the rain game.
Yes.
Against Jacksonville.
Against Jacksonville.
Yeah.
I was there.
I was.
They were chanting for him.
I was in the studio with Ray D, and we were like, "This is not going well."
What was his name? Like everybody wanted him to play. He had one good series, and it was like you went crazy.
I got to find.
You
would think I remember.
You would think I'd remember.
It's not
like,
good.
It's a million.
What year was that again?
Like 2 years ago.
It was. I was
2-3 years ago.
It was. No, it wasn't Tim Boyle or Trevor Siemian. It was a Thursday night football game against the Jacksonville Jaguars. The score might have been 2-0.
No, Tim Boyle and Trevor Siemian were the guys they thought would be good backups for Zach Wilson. That didn't work out.
While we look for that,
I'm going to look for this.
Somebody's probably tweeting it
in the same. The Dolphins also decided to make a change at quarterback. Quinn Ewers, who I mentioned yesterday, that you all said, "Wow, he's on the team." Yes, him.
Chris Strevler.
Strev
Sanity.
Oh, that was great.
What a day.
What did you just say?
Strev Sanity.
That wasn't a thing.
It was not.
Oh no.
Was it?
No, we were trying.
I don't remember that.
We
being
were trying
a thing.
so hard for it to be a thing.
I don't recall it being a thing. I don't want it to be a thing.
I got one
word.
Over. Noodle.
Boiled noodle.
Mike McDaniel.
yeah, you got to get that straight.
Yeah, no, come on.
Yeah,
boiled.
Very.
Al dente.
No, it's not al dente.
No.
I got no
dente.
No dente.
No dente.
Mike McDaniel, why does Quinn Ewers give you a chance to win?
Jake Asman is just Mr. Jet because he texts. Is that how you got it?
Yeah, no.
Jake, honestly, I love you.
He knew it right away?
He did.
Yeah.
God bless him.
Winthrop, though, pinhead suit. He had it, too.
Well, he's another one.
Yeah, he would know.
It was bad.
I can't speak to Jake's sex life. I know John's doing pretty well, so I don't know how John does it because I don't think you can do both. Usually that's like virgin territory when you can remember sports things like that. It's like, dude, go out.
Go out.
Go take somebody to a movie. But I know,
like the opposite sex.
Like John's. For a married man, John is doing very well.
John's a unicorn.
Nice
I can't speak to Jake.
The virgins are coming.
Jake, Jake is a good-looking guy. I think he does well, but I don't know. I know John does well, and yet he still comes up with these names.
Yeah.
You can't. The brain can't do both. It shouldn't be allowed to do both. I'm of the belief the more sex you have, the less sports you know. That's how the sports comes out.
Yeah.
You forget, and if you were able to balance the two, then you're special.
See, this explains a lot.
Oh, boy.
So
like the Seinfeld, I don't
Yes.
think you become smart when you don't have sex. I think it's all about sports for guys anyway.
Right. And that, like, all these facts that you could just rattle off, now all of a sudden they're all gone. You're like, I used to know this stuff and I can't recall it anymore. But I'm much happier in life.
I'm sure there's a scientific experiment going on just to
So what
solve
does it say
this very
about
problem.
Rothenberg then? Because his Stump
Well,
Rothenberg percentage is off the charts.
The way
But
that
yet he does have 2 kids.
the 5-pack that RJ puts out for him, where it is always position players, skilled players, and where they went to college, and he can get it in under a second.
Right.
And every
so
single
that
one is
tells you that there's, he's married and they've got kids. And there's just not a lot of time.
And there's just not a lot of time.
And the funny thing is how he solves both problems. The internet.
Mike McDaniel, why does Quinn Ewers give you the best chance to win?
I don't. Play him out. I don't care. I don't care about the Dolphins. I don't care who their quarterback. What are we doing? I don't want to be over-concerned. What are we doing? How many times do we got to hear this guy? We're in New York. The Dolphins suck. We play. I hear at least Kafka's the giant coach. I don't think we've ever played a Kafka cut in the last week.
But we don't need to.
McDaniel
says they're not safe for air.
every time he
Not
speaks,
interested.
and I
It's an
still
F-bomb after
and I
every
still
sentence.
believe it's all a conspiracy. It's all AI. He hasn't spoken in a month.
Well, that's the other
Honestly.
thing.
It's Weekend at
you don't
Bernie's.
think-
Listen to him speak.
Actually,
we tried.
If you look at him, it's Weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah,
he's not even alive anymore.
He's not alive.
Well, by the way,
He's not.
Prop him up in front of the podium.
It's so disappointing, really, that Don took this tact, because if you remember correctly, when he came out from Alabama, the slogan was "Tank for Tua."
Yes,
and that's exactly what the Dolphins did. And where are they now?
Yeah, see,
They're
that's
tanking.
why the tanking. But I'm just saying the playing of
But
the
the AI McDaniel.
I'm good, man.
But you know what's
Listen,
really
you
an
do a
interesting
great
story?
job. You do a better ENN than
Peter,
Anthony, than Andrew and Peter.
Well,
combined.
that's nice of you to say.
It's true.
But I've had enough.
What's bigger government conspiracy, Don?
Wait.
Avocados or Mike McDaniel?
Yeah, it's avocado. He's right there with avocado.
Avocados are delicious.
Well, no,
I don't
no,
like
no,
your
no,
take on this.
but
No,
that-
I know his
that-
take. I don't like
It's
it.
not about the taste of the avocado.
I don't like
It's
it.
what the avocado represents.
I'm
don't
just
like
saying.
it.
No, you can like avocado, just like you can like a pickle, right? You can like mustard.
I know, but they came out of nowhere. I get it.
They'll have like Subway. We have avocado. Like, nobody's. All right, I know it's okay, but the government obviously there's something going on where like you gotta sell avocados, man. They're piling up here. They're rotten, and so make it seem like
they never
it's
rot.
a
That's the
superfood.
problem.
You've got to eat this.
Did you
but like
ever get
Subway
them
makes it like it's avocado week, just like the Shark Week. What is no one cares about the Sharks. No one cares.
Wait a minute.
No one cares about the Shark. Like, it's Shark Week. They pretend to make it think like people care, and then when you pretend that people care, all of a sudden people start to care. Like this Shark Week.
This must
I gotta
be important.
watch Shark.
This must be incredible.
And
then you watch it.
Like,
And you're like,
why would
this-
anybody care? You're gonna sit there 5 straight days of sharks in the no.
floating
It's
with their
not
eye.
a thing. It's not a thing.
You're telling me, wait.
Avocados are not a thing.
You're telling me Jaws had a sequel. It's not a thing.
Avocados.
It mattered.
If
Mike McDaniel
if they're
and Shark
showing
Week.
me
They made
Jaws
a
on a
tornado
loop
movie
would make
involving
more,
sharks.
if
They
it's-
called it Sharknado, and they made like 8 of them.
Those are the dumbest
People
movies.
love sharks.
You know what Sharknado is for men is what the Hallmark Channel with the Christmas stuff is for women.
Is it?
Right?
I
Yeah.
don't know if it's that.
But a shark in
It's
a
something.
tornado, but that's not what they're showing on Shark Week. Here's the shark.
The Mako's just going across the.
Here's a close-up of the shark in the
fall
ocean.
asleep to
Look
it.
at the
So
teeth. Look how it gnaws at its feed.
Yeah,
Dude,
it's awesome.
Guy got his hand bit off. He's
it's
still
not a
going out
thing.
there with the
I'm
shark.
just telling you. They say it's a thing because they want it to be a thing, and
Right.
then it becomes a thing. Not a thing.
I think John Cena hosted
Guacamole,
Shark Week.
not a thing.
He does.
Avocados
I
are
love
not a
that.
thing.
No, avocados are very much a thing.
But no one cares, all right? If you want your avocado, cut it up, eat it, rub it on your face. I don't care. It's
You don't
not
rub
a
it on
thing.
your face.
It's not a
You
thing.
mash it up.
That,
You put a little cilantro
Sure.
in.
Government
You know what? You know what's a bigger
You
thing? You
put
know
some
what's
red onion,
100 times
A
bigger?
little bit of lime.
100 times bigger
What?
than the avocado guacamole. Mashed potatoes. Mashed potatoes are wonderful. They go great with steak, but nobody ever goes, oh, have you tried the mashed potatoes? It's mashed potatoes.
They have a whole
Because
bowl.
it's not a thing.
They have
But
a
if I
bowl.
made it a thing,
No.
people would be like,
Wait a
oh
second.
my God,
Hang
if
on.
it was that kind of party.
Hang on a second. they'd make a big deal about mashed potatoes all the time. The potatoes all the time. Because who has the best fries? It's all they talk about.
Downstairs.
Fries. Yeah.
They claim to have the best fries.
Those are really good
but
fries.
McDonald's has great fries.
But it's like Wendy's wants they're the best. Everybody's all they're talking about the fries. What is it? It's a potato.
But it's never fry week.
They cut it up and they fry
Nobody
it.
goes.
They put salt on it, and it's become this delicacy.
They have National Potato
You
Day.
can't have a burger without the fries next to it.
I'm just
because
saying,
it's a potato conspiracy.
I'm just saying. Listen, I'm 57 years old and borderline like dumb. All right, but there are some things at 57 years in life I've picked up.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting played by the avocado. You're getting played by Shark Week. Stop it. All right? And there's a lot of other things I can come up with. You're probably getting played.
You know what I would push?
Right?
I would push this theory. Sushi.
Love sushi.
Why did that become a thing?
Because you can't just eat raw fish. Which you still can.
But no, you can. But why would you? And why? I love sushi, but when did sushi become a thing? It just became a thing one day, and
Maybe
suddenly
Kim
everybody's
Kardashian
having
ate
sushi,
it and everybody goes nuts.
Everywhere there's sushi places. You can get sushi at Trader Joe's.
Well, I know what we're going to be watching.
That doesn't make sense.
But I don't go to Subway and they're like, oh, it's sushi week.
Well, they
Get
might.
your sushi sandwich.
Maybe
they
soon.
don't do it because it's not a thing.
Maybe soon.
But avocado is a thing. It's a government conspiracy. I'm not saying Shark Week's a government conspiracy. I don't even know what channel it's on. What is it on? The
Discovery
Channel.
Because what are they doing? All right? They're trying to create something. That's what we need to do. We need to create something at this
On
station.
Monday, I will be in the studios. I will have ESPN on. We will be watching Washington State and Utah State in the Idaho Potato Bowl at 2 o'clock on
there it is.
ESPN. And that's
See?
it for ENN.
Wow.
Because it's 6:30.
Oh, my God. Literally 6:30.
I don't care. We had fun.
We had
It's
very
the Christmas.
important things to discuss.
It is the Christmas.
It's the Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Next list, top 5 conspiracies.
Well, we already have 3.
Top 5.
I got tons of
Oh,
conspiracies.
please. You? I was calling stuff out in the 70s.
Our vice president said just today.
Oh?
I only believe in the conspiracy theories that are true.
Interesting.
Which then
That's
kind of
a
makes
great-
it not a conspiracy
really
theory.
interesting take.
But what are you going to do? Very political today on ESPN New York.
The holidays are here, and Amazon Pickup is your MVP of package pickup. Need that perfect gift like a brand new jersey for the big game? With Amazon Pickup, you can grab your order from secure Amazon lockers or counters near you on your schedule at no extra cost. It's fast, it's easy, and it keeps your holiday surprises tucked safely away. So whether you're running from work or heading to the holiday party, Amazon Pickup makes holiday shopping worry-free. Find your nearest Amazon Pickup location at amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
Hey, New York and New Jersey, Boost Mobile has an unlimited talk, text, and data plan that's only $25 a month forever, meaning you'll only ever pay $25 a month for the rest of your life. Who wouldn't want unlimited wireless when it only costs $25 a month forever? If you don't, you must be one of those people who enjoy overpaying for their phone plan. $25 a month forever is truly as good as it gets, so go online and switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
In the city that never sleeps and never stops talking sports, ESPN New York is always on. Now you can live and breathe everything New York sports wherever you are. On your radio dial, on the ESPN New York app, and streaming live on YouTube. However you watch or listen, ESPN New York is always on for you. Hear us, stream us, watch us. This is ESPN New York.
Right now at Bay Ridge Honda, experience the wonder of holiday savings with the 12 days of deals during Happy Honda Days, like the Accord SE, only $299 per month, or the all-wheel drive HR-V LX for only $269 a month. The 12 days of deals on now during Happy Honda Days, plus receive thousands in benefits and savings with their Bay Ridge Plus Advantage plan. Upfront pricing, total peace of mind. Visit BayRidgeHonda.com. 39 months lease, 7,500 miles per year, 2026 down, plus tax, tag, and fees. See dealer for full details.
Fellas, it's the season to shine, and not just from the holiday lights. Manscaped is here to keep you looking sharp for every holiday party, family photo, and mistletoe moment. The Lawnmower 5, groin and body trimmer, and the Chairman Plus face shaver deliver precision, comfort, and control worthy of Santa's nice list. I've been good and nice. Whether you're tidying up before a big night out or preparing for New Year's Eve, Manscaped has your back. And your face too, to be exact. So gift yourself with some grooming greatness this season, because looking good is the best gift of all. And now you can find Manscaped products at your local Walmart.
Hey, fam!
fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football. It's a pepper thing.
Some stages celebrate. This one tests everything. Every drive, every approach, every putt. Pressure builds. Resilience matters. And history waits for the bold. In June, the 2026 U.S. Open Championship returns to the Hamptons at the iconic Shinnecock Hills Golf Club. Experience the world's best golfers competing on one of the sport's most storied stages. Don't just watch greatness, experience it live at the 126th U.S. Open. Daily tickets are available now on SeatGeek.
A lot was said in ENN.
Listen, again, to feed into your conspiracy, anybody that's ever bought avocados from the market, you take them home because they're bricks. You can kill somebody with an avocado.
Right.
Like, forget an ice snowball, nothing compared to like an avocado from the market. It's a rock. So you got to put it in the paper bag, put it in a dark, like in the drawer, so you needed to let it ripen. So it's nice and soft and ready to mesh. Here's the problem. The next time you get to that bag, that avocado went from ripe, which probably lasts like 3 seconds, and then goes right to rancid. Soft to a point where you can stick your finger right through it. It's disgusting. Throw it out. What do you got to do? Buy more.
So there,
it's maddening.
It is mad. That's why I.
But if you find just 3 ripe, like just right, you can make. Like, I love making guacamole. Love it. I make it better than most Mexican restaurants.
Really?
I will say that.
I'm good. I don't like it.
No? Really? Oh, you haven't had mine.
Well, bring it in. After the holidays.
After the holidays.
All right, let's get
Cinco
to
de
these
Mayo.
phones. Let's get to these phones. But before we do that, there's a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda.
Sure
it's their
are.
selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings during the More to Move You event. Lease a new Mazda 2025 CX-50 2.5 S Select with all-wheel drive for $199 for 36 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for lease details. VIN SN385912, MSRP $32,795. Zero security deposit ends 1/2/26. Let's go to Drake in Poughkeepsie. You're on ESPN New York. What's up, man?
I wanted to talk about the NBA Cup.
Do it.
Alan, respectfully, your automatic playoff berth idea is horrifying.
Why?
It would completely ruin the competitive integrity of that team's remaining schedule. So
why is he talking about
we
that?
can throw that one out. But
No.
I want to hit you
No,
with this
it doesn't
and,
actually at all. It's one berth,
Yeah,
and most of the time, no, it's one berth, and it's the 10th seed. I mean, how much competition? 2/3 of the league makes the playoffs. So what's the difference? Most of the time, the team that wins the cup will probably be a playoff team anyway. You're not going to be the Wizards. So all it does is just give you sort of this early, we know you're a good team, so why don't we just give you this early gift of a playoff berth? I don't think it changes any competitive balance whatsoever. It just gives you a little more incentives and puts some more authenticity into winning this thing. It's just really as simple as that. We're more than a quarter of the way into the season, almost a half. So it's not really that big of a deal.
On that one.
Okay.
Nevertheless, though, one of the earlier callers compared this cup to the Champions League. That was a little off. The Champions League is more like a postseason Super Bowl. The real comp is to the League Cup, which they do, and the winner of the League Cup gets a spot in a European tournament, much like FIBA's Intercontinental Cup, which actually currently features a G League team competing against some of the other top European teams.
Well, I don't like the whole thing. Well, they do it in soccer. All right. I'm not going to sit here and hate on soccer.
Well, it works though.
But it works for soccer, but it doesn't mean it's going to work here. All right.
Fair.
We've been told forever fastest scoring sport, and yet still MLS pales in comparison to a lot of the other international leagues. What works in Europe and what works in Asia or works other places doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work here, especially with NBA fans who are used to something. It's new. And people don't like new things. All right? People don't like change until all of a sudden they start to like it. And I think after the Knicks have won this might age a little bit better. But people don't like new things, and there's nothing they compare it to other than what happens in Europe. But a lot of NBA fans don't follow what's happening in soccer. And sometimes it turns them off when they hear, they do it they do it in Europe with soccer. Like people are like, well, I'm an American. I'm a basketball fan. I don't care. Some do care, but a lot of people that's actually turning them off when they hear about that. Let's go to Bobby in Jersey City. You're on ESPN New York.
What's going on, guys?
It's all happening.
As someone who's a very casual basketball fan, I quite enjoyed myself last night, and I think people should lean into having fun more often in this world that we live in. But that's neither here nor there to start with. Don, you basically answered or gave me what your take on my point is going to be in the last words that you just said. But
okay,
as someone who is a sports fiend and is a latecomer to soccer, I have a couple of ideas of how we're talking about, Mad Dog talking about the authenticity.
Right.
I think in order to get more authentic in the NBA, you have to lean into bringing more authenticity from what they're emulating, which is European soccer. So just bear with me. I'm going to take like 30 seconds here, and I'm going to read off 3 options. You guys tell me, independent of the whole, they do it in Europe, which sounds the most appealing to you as American basketball fans.
Okay.
Number 1, keep the NBA Cup the way it is. No neutral site games. For the final, it's at the site of the higher placed team in the standings. You have a lottery to take 3,000 fans from the visiting team, comp their travel, fly them to the game, and put them in a dedicated visitors section behind their second half basket and lean into the in-arena atmosphere. It's appealing on TV. People in the game are into it. It comes across through the television. You're like, this is kind of cool. I want my team to win that. That's option 1. Option 2. Honor the authenticity of what these tournaments do in Europe and have teams that would not normally play each other have the opportunity to do so. G League, college teams even, now that basically college is a low-level professional league with NIL. The lower-tier teams play the knockout stages first, and then the NBA comes in later rounds. It opens the door to the whole Cinderella aspect. Everyone loves that. And then the third option, which will never happen, but I wish it would, is shorten the NBA season by 10 games and have the Cup be its own dedicated slate of games, no bearing whatsoever on regular season, mismatching. It is its own dedicated thing. Those are 3 things that I think could liven it up, and I think they're heading in the right direction. I think that there could be some momentum to this if people want to lean in and actually try to enjoy something for once.
Well, you're really going deep into the way soccer does it, because they do some of these lower league teams that can make a run, and that's what he's thinking with G League and college. But they can't ever do that because it's almost impossible to govern the whole thing, and then you'd really have to make it a separate entity from your regular season. The lottery for fans sounds nice, but it's too short of time to be able to work all that out.
Yeah,
the logistics of that are almost impossible. The last option of it being separate is something that, I have suggested that, replacing the All-Star game and the All-Star weekend with this. Mm-hmm. Because, again, last night, it was a fun game. It was fun to watch. Way more fun than anything that the All-Star games looked like of late.
That's true.
But separating it from the regular season, that's a tough sell because, again, what is it for? You still need that. What is it for? What does it mean? And I still think there needs to be is there a playoff berth on the line? Is there something, a draft pick? Is something else on the line that you're playing for beyond the fact that the players get some money?
I like his ideas.
Yeah, it's an effort.
But I don't think the NBA has any appetite. Please find out when you hit the road and start talking to executives in the NBA. I think they're probably fine with everything. I haven't seen the numbers for last night.
Yeah, I keep checking.
They should come out at some point, probably a little different because it was, on an app as opposed to being on. Last year it was on ABC and ESPN. Much different situation. That we're talking about how to spice it up. 2 things. I don't think the NBA has any appetite to do it, and I wonder if the people that are hating on it would all of a sudden fall in love with it. Is it just the fact that, hey, that's not the title, I don't care about it. So even if you give me draft picks, if you give me a chance to win merch, if you give me a chance to go to the game, if you all of a sudden make the game part of the regular season. All the ideas, if they're executed, are you still going to win those people over, or are they still going to feel like it's a fugazi, contrived thing that I don't care about? And I just don't think the NBA's got an appetite to make any of these changes. 1-800-919-3776. Close out with your phone calls. Take up until 7 o'clock, and then it's Ty Butler right here on ESPN New York.
Round 1 of the college football playoff. Let's go! Friday, Oklahoma hosts Alabama. Boomer! Then on Saturday, it's Miami at Texas A&M. Followed by Tulane at Ole Miss. And finally, James Madison at Oregon.
Round 1 coverage, Friday and Saturday on 1050, 880, and the ESPN New York app.
Ox Spine at New York Presbyterian is always in pursuit of a better way to heal the spine. We're getting more people moving again with minimally invasive, non-surgical, and surgical treatments with innovative solutions for every back and spine condition and your unique needs. Expert spine care is available now across New York City and Westchester. Find a doctor at nyp.org/oxspine. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
When equipment breaks down and operations come to a halt, every single second counts. So why is your maintenance team spending 60% of their time doing anything but turning wrenches? MaintainX is the AI-powered maintenance and asset management system that helps your team get back to actually fixing breakdowns. No more searching for manuals. No more hunting down parts. No more drowning in paperwork. With MaintainX, your team can access manuals from anywhere, create new procedures in minutes, and turn voice notes into clear and complete work order feedback. What used to take hours now only takes minutes. Keep your operations moving, not your paperwork. Join over 11,000 maintenance teams that are already fixing more and filing less. Try MaintainX for free today. Go to maintainx.com/AI. That's maintain and the letter x.com/AI.
The Winter Savings Event is right now at Bay Ridge Mazda. Lease the 2025 Mazda CX-30S for as low as $169 per month, or the 2025 Mazda CX-5. Select for as low as $229 per month and get as low as 0.9% APR financing rates on select model. Plus, enjoy 1 year complimentary of Bay Ridge Plus benefits like ding and dent coverage, key replacement, windshield protection, and roadside assistance. Visit them in Brooklyn or online at BayRidgeMazda.com. Bay Ridge Mazda, where confidence comes standard. See dealer for details.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
At Jake's 58 Casino Hotel, we're celebrating this holiday season with our $155,000 Slay the Road drawing, including your chance to win a new Land Rover Defender and $10,000 cash. Earn entries all month long, then be here on January 1st between 12 and 3 p.m. when one winner will be drawn every hour to win up to $20,000 cash. At 4 p.m., one lucky winner will win a Land Rover Defender and $10,000 cash. At Jake's 58 Casino Hotel. If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Discover a driving experience crafted to inspire. At Garden City Mazda, exceptional design and sophisticated performance come together during the Mazda More to Move You sales event. Lease the 2025 Mazda CX-5 for just $229 a month at Garden City Mazda.
Getting more as a MyLowe's Pro Rewards member is easier than ever with the Lowe's app. Download it today and earn 500 points the first time you log in. Plus, your digital wallet helps you scan, save, earn, and access what you need to manage it all in one place. Download the Lowe's app and take advantage of your Pro benefits today. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid 12/1/25 through 1/7/26. Offer valid for first login per organization only. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Additional restrictions apply. Visit Lowe's.com/terms for more details. Subject to change.
This college football season, show your school spirit every time you pay. Introducing college-branded Venmo debit cards. Rep your team on and off the field with custom school designs that let everyone know who you root for. Whether you're tailgating, grabbing snacks for the watch party, or celebrating a win, you can unlock 15% cash back at ESPN. 1 free year of Perplexity Pro and more. This college football season, score more with the Venmo debit card. Get yours now in the Venmo app. Learn more at venmo.com/collegecard.
Max cashback varies. Terms apply. The Venmo MasterCard is issued by the Bancorp Bank, N.A.
Knicks fans, it's time for basketball, and the action starts on Friday at Goldie's Tavern with Team ESPN New York and Ultra. Whether you need a pregame spot or you're looking for the right Knicks bar to watch the game versus the 76ers, Goldie's Tavern is your destination. The party tips off at 6:30 p.m., and Team ESPN will be giving away ESPN, Ultra, and Knicks prizes. Join fellow Knicks fans on Friday at 135 West 30th Street. Cheer on your Knicks, enjoy Ultra Draft and bottle specials, and cool prizes all game long at Goldie's Tavern.
All right, close out your calls, 1-800-919-3776. Let's go to Glenn in Connecticut. You're on ESPN New York.
Hey, guys. Thanks for taking the call.
Always.
Yeah. Another former Yankee that went to the Mets that was pretty abysmal was Frankie Montas.
Montas, that was one of the names.
Going?
Montas and
he was a disaster at both places.
It's amazing that people still believe he can pitch in a big market.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the name I think that escaped me out of all the names we were running through.
Oh, it's a good one.
Yeah. I want to give my flowers to Mike Brown. I think a lot of people had ill feeling for him coming in this year with Tibbs and everything. Took him to an Eastern Conference final, 1 game away from NBA Finals. But the way I think he's developed the offense and added another dimension in the bench and the depth of the team has been something that you can commend him on. And I think he's done a really nice job so far. Looking forward to seeing how they do the rest of the way.
It's a great call. And you consider that they actually had injuries, so no Deuce McBride, who's a big part of the bench. He didn't play. It shows you not only trust in the bench, but developing the bench and usage of the bench. That was something that was a skill of his that he's showing this year, and it's been very helpful. So it's a great call.
Let's try Trevor in Jamaica. You're on ESPN New York.
Hey, fellas, good evening. I'll make it short and sweet. I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself, if somebody said something earlier. So I just want to say I think that the winner of the Cup, the winning conference, should be able to have home advantage in the final, and also the winning team should be able to get a top 3 pick in the following NBA draft. I think that would make more teams want to try to win the Cup because they want to make their team better, even if they're like one player short of becoming a playoff contending team. Because a lot of times teams that are in the middle never get a chance to get that player because they're too good, or they're,
and you give them a top, and you want a top 3 pick too?
Yeah, I think that would incentivize.
Top 3.
That's very aggressive.
That's insanity. It would make for more interest, but my God, the rich getting richer. Because let's face it, the teams that have won have all been good teams, and to reward them with a top 3 pick. That and in giving the conference.
What if you're a player and you're like, I'm not playing hard so they can get a draft pick to replace me,
and give the Knicks win, all right?
Playoff berth is more. Players will want that. All right, draft pick players don't care about.
But the other thing he said was give the conference that wins home court in the final. So the Knicks won. That means the Eastern Conference would have home court.
Yeah, that's that was the baseball thing.
If it's the Knicks
All-Star game,
yeah, and so let's say the Pistons go, so they get a potential Game 7 in their building for something they had nothing to do with.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
and also,
I love that.
Now, if you want to say, if you win the Cup,
you get home court.
You no matter what matchup, you get home court
throughout the whole playoffs.
Whole playoffs.
That's pretty good.
Now, it probably only will matter conference final and NBA finals because it's going to be a good team. Like the Knicks are going to be a top 2 seed, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and if they end up playing the Pistons in the conference final, they would get home court because they won the Cup. Now the Pistons might be upset, but now you're rewarding. Now you're saying, hey, I think I got a chance.
You had a chance to win this thing.
You didn't win it.
Why not? Like again. That adds a little bit at least.
I think a little bit.
But I don't mind that.
If you want to give them an extra pick at the bottom of the first round, something like, but the top 3 pick that would be very unfair. Let's go to Joe in the car. You're on ESPN New York.
How's it going, guys?
Joe?
Happy holidays, and thanks for taking the call.
Mm-hmm. Always.
I just wanted to, first I'll make a point about the Cup. I think it's a great idea. I think it's a great concept, but, there's something about, when the game's over, last night's game, when it was over, the Knicks W and the Spurs L just evaporates.
Right.
I feel like the game needs to matter. I don't know how to figure it out.
It's a good point. It's a really good
point. But I really think the game needs to matter somehow.
I agree.
All right, here's how it might be a way to make that work in the interim. A story that came out during all this was about expansion. And that, Adam Silver said they're probably going to address it within the next year about expanding.
Mm-hmm.
So why don't you create an 83rd game for everyone where they're played in neutral sites in some of the potential expansion cities? And the two teams that don't have to do it would be the teams that play in the final. So then everybody plays 83 games. They did this in the NHL back when they had an 84-game schedule where everybody had to play two neutral site games when they were trying out different cities like Saskatchewan and Kansas City and Nashville back in the day before they got the Predators. Since they're talking about expansion, you have a game in Seattle. You have a game in Nashville. You have a game in Vegas.
Those were pre-scheduled.
Right.
This you can't pre-schedule because you don't know who it's going to be.
So everybody plays a neutral site game, including the Knicks and the Spurs. But if the Knicks and the Spurs in this particular year, they go to the final, they won't have to play. And then I guess you would compensate those cities that would have gotten those games with some kind of financial, or give them another, something.
It sounds complicated, but I don't hate it.
That works better.
I don't hate it.
Because you can't live in a world where everybody played 83 games and you played 82.
Yeah, I that's the part that does get frustrating is that last night all those numbers gone.
And see, I think that's an easy give up. To just say, you know what, these numbers count. Yeah, Brunson ended up playing more games than somebody else, or whatever. But it all ends up being averages anyway.
Mm-hmm.
If Brunson went off for 100 points, you know what? That's the record.
Now, if a player gets traded, that player technically could play more than 82 games.
Well, we've seen that happen.
Yeah.
We've absolutely seen that happen.
So it's not like it's never happened before for an
so
individual player.
I think the easiest thing to do for the NBA would just have the stats count.
Okay.
But having it count in the standings, the only way you could do that is if you were to guarantee an 83rd game for everybody else. And I just thought where do you think they'll expand? It just feels like Vegas.
Vegas is the first obvious place.
And then Seattle? Going back to Seattle?
Yeah,
got the building, right?
Yeah, the WNBA's done well there, and obviously the hockey team's done well. And
is there any other cities that are looking for?
None that really have stood out to me. Nothing that I've heard.
They've got to be hot to get to Vegas.
Like a place. Vegas is definitely a place.
If for no other reason, because you've seen the success that football and hockey have had there. Yeah. Eventually, baseball is going to get there. They don't want to be the
LeBron James wants to invest in a team there. He's already talked about that. So
that'll have to come post-career, which by the time they get the expansion going.
Which could be sooner than
later.
So
if they announce a team next year in Vegas, it'll still be another 2 years before that team plays.
Yeah.
So you're probably
somebody
3
else
years
could be
away.
the principal owner, and he could just simply come in as an owner.
in 3 years, LeBron's gone, right? I mean, he's not playing 3 years.
That's what I mean. So he could join the ownership
That
group
would be
later.
interesting. That would be interesting. We got so much. Tomorrow's really big. We'll finally get back to the regular season basketball with the Knicks and the Pacers. We'll have a huge Thursday night game between the Seahawks and the Rams.
It is.
That guy Thursday.
Who's that guy?
Other surprises as well. Should be a lot of fun.
Always
we got Damian Woody, right, at 5:30.
D Wood.
So
did he watch?
I'd have to think he didn't. I just have a feeling. So anybody on hold, hang in there because Ty Butler is going to be coming up next. Hahn Rosenberg. We'll see you again tomorrow at 3 o'clock, right?